I really enjoyed this game. We lost someone last time, I'm still uncertain about that. Chapter select. Hold on, can we check how many chapters? Oh shit. There are 6. Ending and epilogue. So technically, whoa, I just realized that the text is in front of me. Give me a second, that is such a weird thing. There we go. It's a bit difficult to see, but that is basically goal. I'm gonna move myself a bit more. Okay, a bit better. But yeah, so because basically people said that it's a good thing to have like interaction and stuff like that. I don't really have the best interactions right now, but that's because I'm in the middle of everything basically. But if there are 5 chapters, I don't think everyone can be bad, especially if they all would like end. Okay, anyway. What was I thinking of? Yeah, I like just because like people's interactions are good. So I decided to have like a goal. So basically monthly I try to see if I can get at least one subscription a month. Wait, was it month? Give me a second. Oh, weekly. I thought of weekly. I did weekly just to see if we are able to go up with that. But that's me. I just wanted to have something there. Like the problem is like I don't know what is too small and too big, so I just thought weekly. I don't think we're gonna be able to do that. My community is wonderful. I love you all, but I've never expected any money from any of you, so I just have it there because of. And then we also have a daily follower. Who knows? I might be able to actually reach that. Don't think so, but we can always hope. You're either tired or sad. I love that this guy is like the father figure for the only one that is basically a child there. Also, damn, it's warm in here. Having said his piece, Mystic takes Booksworm's hand and leads her to the staircase. Gonna just grab my drink as well. Have a drink here, that's good. Yo, Gloomy! Welcome to the stream! How are you doing today? I hope you have a good Tuesday. Give me a second. There we go. A shout out for you. Shout out for you, Cookie. It's going okay. I'm working from home. Ooh, nice. I've been working as well, but I don't work from home. Right now I'm in between homes in a sense. Just still hella nervous and uncertain about everything I choose. But as I said before, enough about that. I've already like bantered enough about that before stream. I'm glad you're doing good. I hope the work goes alright as well. I'm just gonna find myself a good position to sit. I basically stream from the RV right now because this is close to work. Otherwise, I would basically have to drive 1.5 hours back and forth. Well, back and 1.5 hours forth. Basically 3 hours. And yeah, we decided that does not work.
だからこそ犯人ちゃんはこちらに閉じ込めたのね。まるで全然サービスしてくれないお祭りの屋台みたいに。
Is this a score she has? Is that just a mark? I'm a bit uncertain about that.
美食さん。
Hold on, where is my mouse? There it is. Yeah. Setup right now for me is not the best. There we go. Yo, Gani, welcome to the stream as well. I hope you also doing good today. I hope you all are doing good, because I know there might be some lurkers out there. I acknowledge all of you, even if you don't talk. I address her without thinking, surprised by the intensity so unlike her unusual self. Gourmet immediately softened her expression in response.
ちょっと疲れてお顔がこわばっちゃったわ。ごめんなさいね、無能ちゃん。今日はもうお風呂でぬくもって、そのままお休みしちゃうわ。
Also, I checked before I started this game. Apparently there are 6 chapters ending an epilogue. 50-50, did my laundry, but also lost my cat today. I am so sorry to hear that. It is not fun when shit like that happens. Hope you're dealing with it okay, though. I can't not say much about that, unfortunately. We used to have a dog, but I wasn't around when he stopped being around, if we say so. So I can't really say much, because I managed to deal with it by not being there. And because I already lived away from home for 3 years, I kind of got used to it in a sense, I guess. So my conversion was easier. But yeah, I am sorry to hear that. I don't know what else to say or how else to react, to be honest. It's not easy when stuff like that happens. With that, Tech and Gourmet exit towards the back of the entrance hall. Downtown Roadie, Armor, Doleful, and myself remain behind. Also, the only thing I love with that sentence is 50-50. Did my laundry, but also lost my cat today. So, I love that doing laundry is somehow being the completely opposite, exactly, in a good way. But yes, I hope you're doing well. Doleful walks towards me and suddenly bows his head. I have no idea why he's sorry, but... Sorry, what could have happened? I know that's a guy, but... The voice and the frame is girly. Like there is no tomorrow. Well, if I'm being honest, that's the only good thing I can think that I did today. That fair enough, to be honest. As long as it's still 50-50, it doesn't matter, right? Yeah, with me it's sort of the same. My brain is everywhere right now still. Just doing the best with dealing with everything. Trying to figure out how I should do things or stuff like that. We all are dealing with shit together. We all are supporting each other together. The boy is covering him more than usual. He didn't mention before his ability to do danger to himself. Maybe that has something to do with why he's so shaken.
過去に何があったかは知りませんけど、あなたのせいではありませんよ。むしろあなたは機動探偵と協力して時間を稼いでくれたじゃないですか。二人が落石で足止めをしてくれていなかったら、僕らは間違いなく全滅していましたよ。
I still believe she's alive because of the cutscene last week. While I was frozen in place, Doleful and Renegade assessed the situation and immediately sprung into action. Two top-class detectives, like them, are more than deserving of admiration. I'm doing good. My brain is, as I said, just everywhere. It's about the whole finding a flat. I found a flat, but I don't know what to think of it. I don't know if I should accept it or not, or stuff like that. Right now, everything is basically... I'm trying to... Basically, my life feels like a puzzle right now, and I'm trying to make the puzzle whole, but all the pieces are so wobbly that the only thing I'm doing right now is, banging them in place, even though they don't fit. It kind of feels like that. So... I'm doing good. It's not like last week. Last week was hell, and I do not want to go through that again. So, yeah, I'm my brain is everywhere, but I'm doing good. Why are you screaming? Armor suddenly enveloped Doleful and me in a strong embrace.
リーダー殿を守るのは我の使命だったのだ。無様に気絶し、守りきれなかった我こそが責められるべきなのである。それに無能殿はあの時我に的確な指示を出してくれたではないか。
Wait, I give... Oh, do you mean the plasma
的
glove?
確な指示って。そうだ、さっき地下でプラズマナックルっていう強そうな技があるって。
そうか、了解である。あの時の我は完全に焦り、鎧の機能のことなど忘れていた。無能殿に指示を出してもらえて。
I do love it's an armor, but it has plasma gloves. How? Not only that, but the strings is apparently like able to cut through even steel or something that we had before, and those things doesn't even scratch his armor. I believe this guy, like, if he is not capable of surviving until the end of the game, like, I don't know what. At least if it is like something physical. If it is poison and stuff, okay, yeah, that he cannot survive that. Dude, I'm gonna be honest, after the Binary thing, it felt like bad things just kept on happening, and I'm so tired of it. I understand absolutely the feeling. Do understand that I know that feeling well, and I am so sorry for you to have to feel like that.
とっさにあのような指示を出せるなど素晴らしいではないか。無能殿は
I think I said it last week. Right now it feels like my whole karma thing is basically there is nothing good happening and only bad shit happening. So I know the feeling. I have been there. I feel like I kinda still am until I'm capable of relaxing. So yeah, I'm sorry to hear that you actually is there as well, because yeah, it's not fun.
はい、男どもストップ。
Yeah, it really did.
傷の名前はそこまでにし
So I
よう
hope you're capable of getting out of that loop soon, cause I know what's happening if you are in there for too long. Is she pinching everyone? Of course the guy with the armor doesn't feel shit. Clearly annoyed, Downtown gives us each a smack on the head.
リーダーが目の前で死んで落ち込むのはわかるけどさ、ぶっちゃけ責任の所在を求めたって仕方ないっしょ。
Well, I'm just gonna like
慰め合っても気分が良くな
lean
るだ
on my
け。
screen a bit
今のう
because
ちら
she
に
looks
必要
like she
な
has a
のはこれ
mole
か
on
らどう
her
するかを考える
like
ことだってば。
cheek, and it's like it's not in the game, it's on my screen, and it's kind of annoying me.
そうですね。ごめん、渋谷さん。
また謝った。無能先輩も飛躍先輩もごめん多すぎ。うちと一緒にいるときはごめ
I'm
ん。
glad this game actually have voice acting though.
次行った
It's kind
ら
of like
下に
good
ピアス開
and
けて
bad
も
in
ら
a
うから。
sense, because it means I don't need to read everything.
飛躍さんストップ。早速言いかけてる。
Downton giggles as you watch me bring a doleful to a skidding stop. I can read these, but it's also like I don't want to talk over while they talk, and it's so
食堂の食い物を
weird.
温めるから一緒に食おうぜ。お前らも飯
But I still
の
need
途
to
中だっただ
talk
ろ。
because you all are here. You all are with me. We are all here together.
そういえばそうだったね。
Wait, what did you talk about? Oh, no, that's the wrong one. No, that's the wrong one. Is it this one? Oh yeah, we didn't finish eating. Oh yeah, especially us, because we didn't really have enough like stomach to be able to eat after that. Yeah, I hope so. But it's been like a cycle. To get out of it, I need to try and do good things, and will benefit me. But the bad things is just tiring my brain. So I guess the first thing you need to do in this situation is to clear your mind and thinking and set your priorities straight. Yes, I would say that is one of the best ideas. The whole bad luck, good luck thing I cannot really say much about because it's basically just luck. And right now I don't have any. I love the way he explains how bad he is of thinking.
僕もご一緒させてもらいます
Low millage, yeah,
大した意見
fair
は
enough.
出せないと思いますけど
無能くん
As we follow Ormond downtown to the dining room, I feel doleful tug at my sleeve, stopping me midway.
さっきは励ましてくれてありがとう。まだしばらく吹けれそうにはないけど。
It's just, I still think, like, it's not weird in a bad sense, but it's like... It's not a masculine voice, which is kind of throwing me off here right now for
ちょ
some
っとだけ
reason.
胸が楽になったよ。君は本当に優しい人だね。
I don't know why it's throwing me off. It's just this game. That's all. Like, I know there are other like games and stuff where it has like been fine and stuff. Yeah, higher is like, I don't know. Brain can't brain. Dolpho's beautiful golden eyes look directly into mine. Golden? They look kind of gray. Kind of look gray. Gray and like milky, or I don't know. It's like closer to like the tapestry on the back of the room. His gaze imparts the sense of heartful trust, one completely different from what I had conveying up until now. This feels like the first time since my arrival on the island that I've actually been acknowledged as a detective. I'm so happy I could cry as gosh as that sounds. As gosh as that sounds. I don't even know what that word is.
ワト君、君の努力の賜物だよ。
Is she haunting me? With Danganronpa, at least Shiryu look and pretended to be a girl on purpose. So there's not really a separation in voice and looks. Yeah, I had the same idea here. It was like I was like comparing, and there was basically like, yes, they act like they wanted and was supposed to. But here it's like, yeah, I am a guy, but my hair, voice, and frame is basically I look like a girl. I was like, it's not that they're trying anything, it's just that it is. I hear a familiar voice right behind me, quickly spun around. But the owner of the voice is nowhere to be seen. Was it just my imagination? There's nowhere to hide around here, so it must have been in my head. It had to be.
無能くん、急に後ろを振り返ってどうしたの？
Yes! What's up, Gani?
ごめんちょっと空耳が聞こえただけです気にしないでください僕なんかの
So I don't know why, but recently after watching some YouTubers doing like ghost hunting, and as I said, I do watch some, and some it's kind of like I don't care too much of because it's more of like
僕なんかでよければ
entertainment.
喜んで。
Ooh. That is actually like, okay, if we remove the whole age thing, I'm gonna just do this because of like personality, because they are just from a game, so they are all fantasy, but some of them are basically like 16 or 15. I'm gonna do K Rowdy, F Downtown, and M Ideal. I don't know, I feel like that fits best.
でも一つだけ
Just looks, voice, and personality, yeah.
できるかな？
Yep, ask on.
もちろんです
But yeah, after like watching a lot of like ghost hunting stuff, and like as I said, I'm very like specific when I watch some stuff like that. It's more like when they have fun with it, and not just trying to do entertainment of it, or trying to make it look real. Because yeah, I watched some people called The Boys, and I don't know what's fake there. I don't know what is real there. But most of the time when they do shit like this, they're just having like fun with it. And sometimes it feels like there are stuff where it happens things a lot, and they actually get like they look like if you get freaked out. Fair enough, lol. Or at least you didn't go lore accurate and
そんな
choose
ひどい内容じゃないよ。
kill with. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. took me a second to understand what he meant. But after, because of that, I have actually looked up how to make some of those like ghost equipment. Some of those are extremely simple to make. It's kind of like stupid how easily some of those are. Doleful Detective and I join the others in the dining room and begin preparing the food. We reheat soup lightly toast the baguettes in the oven and divide the salad between us. Like, I don't know what this was. Was it a rum? Oh, give me a second. While they're speaking, I can at least look this up without having to read what it says. As we begin to eat, and I just said that, as we begin to eat, the topic of my stiff behavior is brought up with everyone. So that's what it's called? No.
なんかゾワゾワしちゃうし、うちは使わないから。
でも探偵としてはみんなの方がキャリアが上だし、探偵同
Let me look for something. I'm trying to figure out REM. Okay. So there is something called a REM rod, which is basically an antenna on a little thing with lights and a sound. And basically, the only thing it has is a sort of like resistors. And because the resistors go in a certain pattern, they're capable of sensing if anything is near. But it's not like it senses ghosts, it just senses. You know, like, I don't remember what they're called, but you know, like these ghostly instruments? You know, like if you have one hand close to one thing and one hand lower, it makes a certain sound, basically. It's the same thing as that. As I said, it is basically light, sound, resistors, antenna, and batteries. That's it. Sure, you can make it more advanced and having something that actually sense how bad it is or how strong it is, but that's completely different. So it's kind of interesting, like some of these things are... That is pretty simple. I actually looked it up and I was like, yeah, you don't need an Arduino, which is like a little computer. You don't need this, you just need these. I was like, sure, it is simple. But it is so fucking simple, like what the hell? Like sure, the ones people buy to do this like ghost hunting stuff might be like, they have a little computer in it, so when you reset it, it basically senses, okay, this is 0. We don't activate when 0. But otherwise, that is it. Downtown, who is seated next to me, throws her arm around my shoulder as I mumble. Sure, then we have the other stuff I looked up, which is like some sort of ghost writing stuff. Which is if it senses EMF, cold, like change in temperature, or if it's being touched, it activates. So it's basically capable of writing out words because it goes from A to Z. And when it basically activates, it just press that letter where it is on. That is extremely much more complicated, but still kind of like, I don't know, I feel tempted of trying to make something like that just because of making it. I've not been fully interested in ghost hunting, I don't know if I'm ever gonna really do it. But making these, I don't know, it just feels interesting being able to make them. Then we also have all the ridiculous stuff, which is like the Remrod teddy bear stuff, which works the same way. It's just like a teddy bear with lights and shit on it. Which is like, I don't know why they made that. Some stuff is cool, some stuff is just, why did you make it? Armor, who is also seated beside me, shoots me a worried glance. It seems he's noticed that I haven't taken so much as a bite yet.
食べないといけないって分かってはいるんだけど、体が全然受け付けてくれなくてね。
あのような事件の後なのだ。無理もあるまい。
Armor places a hand on his helmet. There's a faint scratch where his temple would be. You don't have a temple there?
それって例の黒い何かにやられた傷？
ああ、この鎧さえ着ていれば深くは取らぬと油断していたな。手痛い一撃を受け、意識を失っ
That's
てしまった。
interesting. Because the wire I talked about before, which is capable of cutting through anything as long as it was like had enough force, was not capable of even scratching him, but that robot could scratch him.
父の開発した鎧を過信していたのだ。我は不栄不動の境地に至り、この身を完璧な鎧とすべく生きてきた。あまりにも。
Still, that robot reminds me a lot of like Monokuma shit. Armor clenches his fist as he speaks. His steel-wrapped fingers creak like anguished moan, stifling its despair. Because it's like, it doesn't look like it's supposed to be a murder machine. It doesn't look like it's supposed to be a weapon. It is looking like some weird-ass dumpster. Round trash can, basically. With knives. That's it.
武装さんもまだ事件のことを引きずっていたんだね。少しほっとしたよ。ホームズさんの死から立ち直れずにいるのが僕だけじゃないと分かって。
I don't think anyone really has like recovered from it.
我だけではないさ。
We have the most problem with it because we believed we actually knew Holmes 10 years ago, but we don't know yet. That's the problem we have. We didn't know if they lied or if they actually told the truth. So right now we are in between of what the fuck is going on and is this true? Armor Justice with his chin towards the others seated at the table.
みんな態度には出さないだけで、多かれ少なかれショックを受けているはず。明日以降のために 無理やり口へ詰め込んでいるのだろう。食べられぬからといって自分を責めてはいけないぞ。
But this is worse. It's basically like that thing existed 10 years ago. And the Duke is kinda recent. Which means that they have basically whoever made that thing basically have planned all of this shit. Like, who plans shit like this anyway? Just thanks to the Duke, there are like people out in the world that basically believes, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna try to become a bad guy because that sounds like a fun idea. There's something with me whenever I like see adversaries, like evil people in games like this. It's like, I just wondering, how fucking stupid are you? You had such a high hopes for me, but we were parted for good before I even had a chance to live up to them. So now there's only one thing I can do.
食事が喉を通らないなんて言っている場合じゃない。
Because it's so weird, like Zero Escape, there wasn't really any villain in that, if I'm not remembering correctly. It wasn't really, it was just everything just happened because of shit. It should taste good, I can smell its aroma, yet the flavor is cold and lifeless, as if my body is rejecting it. I tense, force myself to swallow. Like, I remember there are other, like, other games with like evil people that is like, yeah, we just do this shit because I have some convoluted idea. I'm just sitting here like, you're an idiot. Like for example, the evil person from Urban Myth Solution Center, well, evil and evil, they had at least a plan. They had a reason for the plan, and the plan technically worked. Here it is basically just, I'm just a murderous ass bitch, basically, and I just want to do this. And I'm just... I don't know why I'm judging evil people in games. I just do. Tears stream down my face, whether it's from the stress, the food, or something else, I can't say. I just let them flow as I continue to
あ
eat.
なたの敵は必ず取ります。取ってみせますから。
But yeah, there are only 5 chapters, and then 2 like basically ending and prologue. So the question is, if anyone else will actually like end up dead in this game, for the reason of like, because thinking like, I don't know which game. I feel like I played a game where we basically like lost 1 person per goddamn chapter or something. Or it feels like it exists a game like that. I'm stupid. Danganronpa. It took me a while to remember that. No, well, technically 2. 1 murdered and 1 that did it. 2. But here is like, if that happened... No, wait, how many are we? Hold on, math. My brain has decided to do something here, and I cannot let this go before I'm actually figure this shit out. So I think we're like 16 people. Alright, these were the notes for Crow Country. Oh, wait, hold on. Not gonna lie, I realize how amazing the Zero Escape games are beside 999 for having essentially no villains. They were antagonist figures that had a plan, but most of the bad things that just happened in Virtual Lost World and Zero Time Dilemma is just because of the people themselves and the environment they were in. Yeah, like Zero Time Dilemma, we had the person who locked us in, but that was because of a goddamn test. Now, sure, I can agree that wasn't really the best thing. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, we are definitely way too many than to having like 1, 2 die each time. But like, yeah, for 9 person, 9 hour, 9 doors. They were evil people. But they weren't the evil people of the game. It was basically just, they had done bad shit, they had to pay for what they did. And that was basically it. After chewing with every fiber of my being, I finally finished my food. And that's the same thing with like Versus Last Reward. We thought it was an enemy, but then really technically was none. But some reason, when I look around, everyone's eyes are wide like saucers.
みんなどうかした？
どうしたって。
Oh, sorry. I'm pressing 1 button and it just turns on the do you want to save shit. There we go.
ボロ泣きしながら黙々と食事してたら、そりゃ気になるっしょ。
Everyone is like, God
マ
damn.
ジで平気かよ。辛いことがあるなら何でも俺に言えよな。
無能殿、我らはいつでもお主の力
Also,
に
why
なる
did
の
you
で
say
ある。
you forgot about Danganronpa earlier? Yep. Oh, ah! Hold on, give me a moment.
心配かけて。
Yo! Barry, thank you so much for the raid! How are you doing? I hope the rest of the stream went well. Hold on, I'm gonna give you a shout out here because you also deserve a shout out. All good beans and friends deserve shout outs. There you are. I still have the weird ass setup. I still have like a phone size screen on the side here. Wow, the screen was kind of warm first. But yes, I hope you won some matches. You were playing Eternal Return latest time I saw. I hope you won some matches, some good matches. But yes, welcome everybody. My name is Lord of South, and I'm a variety streamer from Sweden who play all kind of different games and doing all kind of different stuff. For example, well, I'm gonna do World Building on Thursday probably. Just one. Fair enough. You cannot win them all, and believe me, I do not even remember last time I won. But they were all rough. Yeah, fair enough. I know how sweaty some people can be when they playing a contestant game, basically. But yes, I play visual novels, mystery games, horror games, action games, and all kind of stuff, to be honest. And today we're playing Process of Elimination, which is I pressed the wrong button. This isn't good. I got lost in my head, and I wasn't paying any attention to my surroundings. But yes, I hope you all raiders had a wonderful time. And yes, Lunar, if you need to go and rest, go and eat, and go and do some stuff, then absolutely, do take care. do your after stream care. I do never know what the hell to say whenever someone rates me and shit. Also, I'm gonna answer you as well, Gani. I did not forget about Danganronpa. It was just that I remember a game where at least each chapter one person died, and somehow I couldn't remember what game that was. But in the middle of that, I just remember it was Danganronpa. But it was not just one, it was two. So I wasn't forgetting Danganronpa, it was basically just, I remember a certain mechanic, but I couldn't remember fully which game the mechanic came from. I don't even know, well, mechanic. It sounds wrong to call it a mechanic, to be honest, for a game. Losing a character in a game as a mechanic, that's fair. Well, I think there are games like that where you basically have to like pay some sort of toll to do shit. Getting too worked up about things has always been a bad habit of mine. Let out a deep sigh and begin speaking quietly enough that no one else can hear. But yes. But yes. So yeah, I have a little scuff setup right now because I stream in a van. That was literally the whole system. Yes! But I also play a lot of games, so somehow my brain went with, like, I remember this. But which game? That's why it took mostly just a second for me to figure out which game I remember that from. Our meal continued quietly, and when I next look at the time, it's already past midnight. As we tidy up, the formerly tense atmosphere seems to have relaxed a bit. Well, if you don't count the true ending of the first game, that is. Did I ever do the true ending? Also, everyone, we're gonna have an ad in about 5 minutes. I'm just warning you all. Well, to be honest, we just got a raid. I'm gonna snooze it for 5 more minutes. Okay, yes, I go sleep. Yes, go and sleep. Go and rest. Have a wonderful sleep and have a wonderful rest. You absolutely deserve it. Even I know that sometimes you doubt yourself, and I know it's something that's gonna happen because I know shit like that myself. But you deserve it because you're a hard worker and you're a hard streamer. You do so much. You absolutely deserve the rest. But yes, thank you so much and have a good sleep. I was about to say good night, but it is technically morning for you. You absolutely deserve it. And yes, for those who doesn't know what's going on, all of these are different detectives. And all of these are their code names. I think I was about to say something about the game, but I was so sidetracked about shit that even if they are just detective, always nice to have a bit of What does that mean, Gani? Cleaning is a special skill after all. Right, I remember that. We have a detective PDA where we are actually in the ranks of the highest ones because we was invited to the league. And our special skill is cleaning. I don't know. Sorry, my brain shut down there, Gani. I still have no idea what's going on. Is this something they said? Wouldn't surprise me if Downtown said some shit like this. To be honest, they have done shit like this before. But yeah, apparently my special skill is cleaning. And I don't think that's a detective thing. I think that's the other side of things. If there is a crime going on, I am basically the cleaner. It feels very bad to have that as a skill as a detective. I sweep up the broken plate with a broom and dustpan, silently praying that Mr. Gunjoji is taking care of the housework while I'm out. Oh right, that was our boss, basically. Wait, I was about to say that even if all of these are detectives, I like that they have a life to themselves, a personality, and not just like thinking like if you're like it was in a, I don't know, special military force kind of game where you are from different leagues and everyone is like, yeah, I am best at doing this, I'm best at doing that, but no one really cares what's going on around them. But what I like with these is that even if they are a ranked detective, they act like humans. I like that. I know there are some games that remove shit like that whenever they have like a special, I don't know, like rank and shit.
自分より強い人に出会って、その人が探偵だったから探偵になった。それだけだ。
But to be fair, they are all humans, so that is fair and all.
ヤマトさんより強い人、どんな男性なんですか？
I'm guessing it was a girl. I feel like it was. It was a lady.
女。でも、その人の拳はどんなヤンキーよりも、ヤーさんよりも半端なくてよ。パンチ一発で始まったのさ。
Well, she is the boss, so I guess yes. I guess yes. I'm not gonna lie, it would be fun to be able to check the rank. Wait, can I check the rank? Oh shit, I'll probably check the rank, can I? Rank 100, lowest rank. Incompetent detective. That is, by the way, my call name for right now, because I don't have a call name basically as a detective, and because they didn't know what to call me, they just said incompetent detective. That is my name right now. Special skills, housework, hobby, collecting publications on homes. Wait, you collected newspapers about the ideal detective because he's called Ideal. The one that apparently you forgot was actually the person you saved 10 years ago. Fair enough. Her, by the way. It's like Sherinford Holmes, Ideal Detective, rank 2. Wait, she's rank 2. Rank retired. Wait, who is rank 1? Case sold 1,000. Notable cases. Failed bomb at Tokyo government building. Failed mass shooting in Akihabara. Hobby collecting cute accessories. Fair enough. Skill future scythe. Did you know you were gonna die? Sorry, but she is actually gone. Well, I think. I did see a cutscene in the intro where she was still alive, so I'm a bit uncertain. Renegade detective. For rank 4, wait, solved cases. Holy shit! He only have 200 solved cases and he's at rank 4. She has 1,000 at rank 2. Notable cases. The case of the Shinjuku Brainwalker. That's a conference case. Hobby, volunteering. Special skill, criminal psychology. I know you have special skill, criminal psychology, because you killed your family when you were young. He is basically a psycho. That is why he called a renegade detective. So why is your hobby volunteering? The question is, what sort of volunteering? Okay, I'm gonna not continue reading that because goddamn. Maybe the real ranked one was a detective we killed along the way. I thought so, because the guy who was killed was this guy. But he is retired. How many cases? Jesus, I just looked at him. He has 400. And he's a senior detective. She has 1,000. What the hell? One less, and he's rank 5. Posh detective. Hobbies, vegetable gardening, fine art. Well, fair enough. Special skill, aesthetic eye. Sorry, I'm very bad at that. Cases. Case of the altered Mona Lisa. Alright, fair enough. Mystic detective, rank 7. Okay. 92. Notable case. A case of the Lycanthrope. Hobbies, amulets, mainly dolls. Reading. Special skill, occult investigation. Fair enough. Rank 9. So go... Yeah, I think they go down. It just has missed number 3. Okay, I'm gonna go through the numbers later on, just to see if I missed something here. Number 9, 78 cases. The case of the sea turtle soup. Well, she's called a gourmet detective, so fair enough. Hobby, visiting rest stops. does explain her bicycle outlook, basically. Super palette, and yeah, she has taste poison as well, so that does explain shit. Rank 10, 67 cases. The case of the endless night shift. Yeah, workaholic detective, fair enough. Hobby, online mojang. Sounds good, to be honest. Special skills, reliable investigation. Doleful detective, 120. So you're less rank than workaholic, but have more solved cases. The case of the building number 6. Spending time at home is a hobby. Special skill, danger magnet. Workaholic's hair looks like Edgeworth. It does! It actually does. I felt like he reminded me of someone. I couldn't really figure it out. Yeah, it actually does. Take a detective, 20, 38 cases. The case of the VR killer. If anyone could kill through VR, then holy shit. Tinkering with machinery. Special skill, engineering forensic friends. Oh, you build robots to basically help out with each other stuff. Alias bookworm detective. 43 cases. Rank 15. 11 years. The case of the Georgia family treasure. Hobby, reading, visiting library. Special skill, photographic memory. Fair enough. Downtown detective. 31 cases. Rank 22. The case of the Ikebukuro Ripper. After school karaoke. Social deduction. Fair enough. If people could kill in VR chat would be a bloodbath. Oh yeah, definitely. Rank 32, 19 cases. The case of the undead cyborg. That is such a weird name for your stuff. Hobby, weight training. Special skill, protection. Rowdy detective, 25, 26 solved cases. The Mijuji kidnapping incident. Hobbies, Hanafuda, I don't know what that is. Mountain climbing. Special skills, superhuman strength. Hobbies, people watching, and do-it-yourself stuff. Nice. Architectural design. Okay, so I'm rank 100. Fair enough. But we have rank number 2. I don't know who number 1 is. We have rank number 4. I don't know who number 3 is. We have rank number 5, 7. I don't know who number 6 is. Don't know who 8 is. Don't know who 9 is. Don't know who the rest of those is. Like, it seems like the rank is not based on how many cases, but how good the case was, basically. Like, how much you remember. I'm gonna use my last snooze for this, because I just feel for keeping you all here, all of you raided in with Nulari. And if you enjoy what you watched, then absolutely, why not drop a little follow. I do have a little follower goal here on the side right now. I just have that for fun here and like for interaction stuff. I'm gonna do automatic while I'm doing my little shout and stuff here. And if you want to know when I'm live and stuff, then absolutely, why don't join the community? We have the Blue Sky and the Discord. I've tried to be as much active on Discord, but there are some times I don't know what to really say on my own Discord. So if anyone have anything to say, then I will be there. Same thing with the Blue Sky. I have my scheduling there right now. Also, I'm gonna explain this before I do this. And also, if you feel like you want to know more about shit I do and shit I have streamed before, check out my YouTube. Right now, my YouTube is a bit on the slow end, but that's because my setup is a bit weird right now. It's gonna be better later when I have better internet and a place I actually can relax a bit on. I relax good here as well. It's just right now my life is a bit here and there, to be honest. Maybe number 1 is gonna be incompetent and ideal paradoxical future child that is now the present before they're even born. Jesus Christ, okay. We are going back into virtual Lord reward shit. Okay, but yeah, the thing you just saw. Apparently, those 2 girls, one was 10 years ago and one was just recently. And apparently that girl told us that she was the same girl. But we don't know, because she died again. And we can't remember how we saved her life, because for some reason we don't have a memory from back then. I wish to actually know the past. I wish to know what's going on there. Because apparently, she came back, said we saved her life. We don't even remember. She did say her name and said she was the girl from 10 years ago. But because we don't have any memories of that, we don't know.
あはこっちの話気にしないで。
おいおい、俺らばっかり話をさせてずりーぞ。お前のルーツも話せよ、渋谷。
はい、皿洗い終了。お話の続きはまた次回ってことで。
God damn.
おい、逃げんなこら。
Also, she had social deduction, didn't she? Isn't that the same thing as more or less Urban Myth Dissolution Center we played? Because technically we went through the social media to find like clues and shit. Also, that game was so good. I love the ending of that game. If anyone is wondering, I have it on YouTube. I am gonna try and publish the rest of them later on as well. But I would recommend play Urban Myth Dissolution Center yourself. Hopefully, none of you will regret that. It's a pixel art mystery game. It is good. And the ending of that game is brilliant. At least for someone like me. I absolutely enjoy the shit out of that game.
また明日な。
あ、待ってヤマトちゃん。うちも行くから2人で入ろう。さっき見てきたけど2人でも余裕な広さだしさ。
まあ順番待ちってのも面倒だしな。別に構わないぜ。
そういえば美食さんと相部屋らしいけど、もともと知り合いだったわけ。
Sorry, my brain went back kinda like to Danganronpa where someone was just gone in the shower. I'm just waiting for one of them to just be gone there and like, oh yeah, this is gonna end bad. I'm kinda glad though they all kinda forgot how bad shit is, because we have someone who is a murderous psychopath called the Duke or something here, who has a murder robot outside the door. No, not the bathhouse image. I'm talking about the first death in Danganronpa. But to be fair, my mind kinda also went there. Not gonna lie. A part of it were like, oh, you're gonna share bath. I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna lie, I highly enjoy streaming with you all. Everything that happened under the day and shit, it is like flowing off me. I'm not even joking. Like, it has not been a bad day today. I've just been like restless and like I don't know really what's going on, what's gonna happen and shit like that. Oh. But just streaming, I'm so happy I'm doing that because everything just like I relax a lot with you all. I am gonna try my best in the future to become better at streaming, to actually like build up this community of ours. Just so like I can become a better streamer and stuff like that. Do things for you all and shit like that. But for right now, I do this because it's fun. It is nice being all here with you all. I tried. Oh shit! I pressed a button and I didn't even have time. Oh wait a second. Oh wait. Oh, I completely forgot I could hide it. I tried to look at my face in the reflection of my D-pad, but I can't make anything out. My eyes must be bloodshot or something. So yeah, this game might not be everyone's piece of cake, to be honest. Because there's a lot of talking. I do enjoy games where there's both talking and gameplay. And I would say this game... Like, I can definitely say this. It has the similarity of Digimon Survive, and Digimon Survive I didn't really fully like just because of how much talking. I exit the room and head down the hall until I reach the three doors. One one of which leads to my accommodations.
一人になった途端
But basically, that game was mostly just you talk to people, you check if they're alright, and then continue to check if the next is alright and next is alright and stuff like that. This game, it at least progress. They don't just do talking because of talking. They do it because it's a part of going forward.
やあ、ずいぶんと長く話し込んでいたね、ワトくん。
Are you still alive? No, this is stupid. Okay, you can't... Are you actually alive? Yeah, it was a yap fest. Like, yes, there's a lot of talking right now. We have had one case-solving mechanic in this game. But at the same time, it still
ずい
continues.
ぶんと長く話し込んでいたね、ワトくん。
It continues forward. That game was basically, we take a break, let's talk. Break is over, let's continue talking more and then continue. I am
他
confused.
の探偵たちと打ち解けたようで安心したよ。純能力の高さは幼い頃か
I
ら
think
変
we're
わら
about to
ないね。
lose our mind here.
サイカちゃん
No, it couldn't be. She died right in front of me. I'm sure of it. Drenched in blood, her limbs gashed. It was horrid. Hopeless death.
まるで死人と出くわしたような顔をしてどうしたんだ？まあ実際私は死人なのだから
Okay, so
間違
the
ってない
thing with she might actually still be alive might be completely false, as she is now a ghost. I am confused. I am a... From the bed, Holmes gently flows into the air. What's more, her body is slightly translucent, to the point where I can see the walls behind her. I have nothing I don't know. Also, there is gonna be an ad going on right now, so I'm just gonna take a little drink. Also, I don't know why, I kinda like the image of her just being ghostly just for the fucks of it, to be honest. I'm gonna do this. There we go. Why is there a ghost in this game? Okay, fair enough. To be honest, the only difference is she's see-through and probably walk-through as well. Sorry, for some reason it just got me to like, oh, this is now a game with a walkthrough. I don't know what to say. Is the ad going on? I don't know. It was supposed to be going on, but I don't see anything on my end here. What is this? What's going on? My drowsiness is gone an instant, yet I feel like I'm already dreaming. There we go, now we have an ad. But yes, if anyone wants to say anything, you're more than welcome. If you don't want to, do not need to. I'm just telling you all, no one of you do never need to like chat if you don't want to. If you just will want to be here, chill and lurk, you are more than welcome. I know there are some places that doesn't have like shoutouts for like follows because some people just want to like lurk and stuff like that. I want to welcome you all. So to be honest, I am always gonna like shout out people if they are, well, not shout out as in like chat and stuff, but basically tell you all welcome if you follow them and stuff. If you don't like stuff like that, I don't know. I actually don't know, because it will be shown on the screen as well, so I don't know how I would be able to not do that, I guess. I don't know. But yes, everyone is actually welcome here, like, as long as you are a good person. Like, I know there are some shit persons out there, I know there are people that doesn't treat others kindly. You can go away. And if you demand something of me as well. Because I have been having people in before that is kind of like want stuff to happen just because it's a stream and they are the chatters. Maybe she would change her name to Ghost Detective. Maybe just Ghost Trick. That was actually a good one. Which game did I play? I just saw the quote. Oh, Danganronpa. Why is everything we talk about today Danganronpa? It is Danganronpa or Zero Escape. The reason is probably because this game reminds of both of those together with some stuff of Ace Attorney. But that quote, yes, that came apparently in good sense. We thought of what game we're talking about. Alright, once more with all my might. Wait, what are you doing? Oh, you're gonna slap yourself silly, aren't you? I am confused actually, so you're not alive. How is that? This is a detective game! I have not comprehended that there's gonna be ghosts! I don't know, yeah, like, in a sense I can agree, but it's not a sense of like she being a ghost or something. It's something with the image. It's kinda like... She looks nice in a sense, so I can agree with you saying there, yes. Has my absence caused you that much distress? I guess so, because I'm losing my mind and seeing you right now. Don't put your hand straight to my head and ask if I can feel it. I don't want to feel your hand in my brain. Think if ghosts existed in a sense like this, and you can sense them. Not like sense them as in I'm a psychic, but basically like if they poke you, you would feel it. Even though they go through. It is like if you put your hand through water, but the other way around. Like you would be able to feel they go through you. What if they just went with your hand through your head and you would basically feel your brain tickle? Oh, nah. Being a ghost certainly... The little... Are you too tired to even like comprehend what's going on right now? Jesus, okay, no, it just took his brain to comprehend everything. To be fair, I can't comprehend what's going on either. Why are we having a ghost in a detective game? Yup, sorry, I pressed a button here. No longer able to control myself, I let out an ear-splitting scream. Also, I can hear what I assume is the pounding footsteps fast approaching. Yeah, I could hear armor. Everyone can hear armor. Can you also see the ghost, or am I going mad? Armor forcefully throws up open the door, slacking at the sight of my friend, sinking it to the ground. Also, to be fair, as I said, Digimon survived. It was just talking, and we discussed Japfest. This at least, it has some sort of emotion to it. And it's kind of comic. It's kind of comical, to be honest. This is ridiculous. Stop doing this. She is basically taunting the shit out of us. Home stands directly before Armor and waves her hand, but he doesn't respond. I guess my special power is not cleaning. The dialogue is charming. Exactly! It's like, just even if it's just talking, it's like we're getting attached to it. What in the world would this mean? Is this just all a prank? Is everyone else on it? I know I'm like often like evaluating games between each other, but that's because I'm taking something I liked or disliked from another game and put it here because they have similarities and just check, okay, plus, minus. I'm not saying like Digimon Survive is a bad game, it's just that for me it took such a while until stuff happened. It probably works if you like play the game by yourself and don't stream it, because there's a lot of talking, a lot of like extra stuff. I just feel like because the game doesn't progress, it feels boring for all of you to basically watch me not doing anything other than like talking to people. Slowly but surely, the situation I'm in begins to dawn on me. Yeah, that's what I thought as well. You have gone mad.
幻覚では先ほどの悲鳴はただの勘違いなのか？
It depends on. To be honest, anyone can be alarmed if they are hallucinating but don't understand it.
自分でもバカなことだって思うんだけど、僕にはホームズさんの姿が見えているんだよ。
Well, it at least sounds better than saying I can see a ghost. Because saying that I believe I hallucinating and I can see Holmes, that at least makes sense.
お父さんの隣にいるんだけど、見えないよね。
我の隣に？我の声が届いているか？ホームズ殿、話したいことが山ほどあるのである。姿を見せてくれ。
I basically told I believe I'm hallucinating, and he went straight to ghost.
ああ、届いているよ。最後までゆっくり話せなくてすまないな、嘘くん。
The first thing I would do is say something only Holmes would know and I wouldn't. No, something else Holmes would know about the others that I don't. That would at least make sense. The ghost has a bitter smile on her troubled face as she apologizes. No matter how much I stare, she really does look like Holmes. It has to be a delusion born from guilt, but the level of her accuracy is honestly frightening. To think I've become this mentally invested.
お騒がせしてしまってごめんなさい。
まあ無事ならよかったぜ。ただ気はしっかり持てよ。俺も山で
You say that, but to be fair, I'm close to not having my head screwed on right now.
なんでもないものが恐ろしく見えちまうもんなんだ。
Also, by the way, I'm just gonna remind the people of stuff. Because this is something I completely forget to tell people. Because it feels like a normality in a sense. If you see anything you do enjoy, do clip it. Also, please, could you also give it a title? Because holy crap, trying to go through all of it.
ありがとう。
I can understand, for example, Lunari's stuff, like if she takes away stuff that is not
カ
titled.
レオバナだと思う。
It would be interesting if people in real life could have a hairdo like her. But the wax you would need for shit like that.
幻覚なのか、無能探偵。
I don't know. We could ask you because you're the mystic detective.
はい。多分。
We actually have a mystic detective. Yo, can you help us? Mystic stares me down skeptically. It seems I'm under suspicion. But that's only natural after gathering everyone here with my screaming. Just to write it off as a delusion. I got to be careful. Even I think my words sound dubious. If this keeps up, I'll lose what trust I have in no time.
何か勘違いしているようだから言っておくが、私は幻覚などではないぞ。
That's exactly what a hallucination would say. That or a demon. Are you a demon? Holmes' face suddenly appears from behind Mystic. Startled as I am, I hide it from my face and whisper quietly to myself.
僕の心を読むなんて、やっぱり幻覚だ。もう惑わされないぞ。
Yeah, this is weird. How does this work? Why does this work?
全部表情に出ているじゃないか。心など読まずとも簡単に言い当てられる。まあどうやら本当に心を読むことも可能なようだが。
Why are we so connected?
疑わしいというなら、
We have not met each other for 10 years and now I am apparently haunted by you. That is actually a fair answer. I have no idea where the rooms are. If she told me who sleeps up there, and they all know that but I don't, that is a fair point. At the same time, to be honest, I probably should keep that for myself.
上がヤマト君と美食君ペアの部屋だよ。本人に確かめてみるといい。
I just realized this is kinda just Makoto and Kyoko in another universe. Yeah, fair enough. You're probably wrong anyway. Time to get this sorted out.
ヤマトさん、武装さん、二人が宿泊する部屋ってどこですか？
唐突だな。 ちょうど真上の部屋だけど、それがどうかしたか？
Alright, she is a ghost.
我はお主の隣だぞ。もし誠に恐ろしいものと遭遇したとしても、今回の
I
ように
like armor,
すぐ
just
さま
because of
駆
how
けつけて
god
み
and
せるから
friendly he is.
安心してほしいのである。
そう。
He is nothing but muscle. And I am not really the best at like fucking body stuff, but I am certain that the heart is a muscle with thought of how much it's beating. And yes, he's all muscle.
信用したかな？
As much I can believe someone only I can see. I was talking about like having the idea of building like ghost equipment stuff. We're now talking to a ghost here. Almost wears the same impish grin she had when she was alive. Plus the same face, voice, and so forth. It's enough to make my head spin. I really put the arm in armor. Yeah, exactly. My eyes and ears are playing tricks on me. This can't be the real Holmes. She was killed, murdered in cold blood, right before my very eyes.
大丈夫か？無能の兄さん。顔色が悪すぎて、ナスビみたいだぜ。
I've never seen the inside of an eggplant.
ごめん。やっぱり僕疲れてるみたいだ。
Yeah, probably.
楽しく寝ることにする。
それがいいのである。大きな事
Does
件の
this
後は
ghost sleep?
疲れが一気に来るものだしな。
Oh god, if she's just gonna stare me down while I'm sleeping, holy shit.
武装探偵の
Keep
言う
your,
通
okay,
り
keep your clothes on. I just
今のお前
realized, keep your
は
clothes
心
on for
に余裕
goodness
が
sake.
なさすぎる。もし耐えきれなくなった時は私に全てを話すといい。私ならばお前の不安も少しは取り除けよう。
I was like, I don't know why that was a thing I just popped into my head. It's like, yeah, she's gonna stare me down while I sleep because Ghost doesn't sleep. And I just realized, oh yeah, I cannot sleep naked.
まだつながってる？
雰囲気で生きてることが分かってるからって
I just realized, did everyone get in here?
もう
I
庶
think
民
they
の分際
did.
で私を心配させるなんて許されませんわ
Either it took some time or just standing behind everyone. It took around 15 minutes to explain the situation, apologize to the gathering crowd. Oh, so some managed to get here faster than others. After more or less... Oh, shit, sorry. I pressed the wrong button. After more or less wrapping things up, the others turned to rooms and let me to my own devices. Or so I thought. Well, it's not like she can go to her own room. This is her room. If you did sleep naked, this situation would just be weird in general, ghost or not. Yes! That's exactly what I said. Do not sleep naked right now. That ghostly girl was still in front of me. After correctly locating the others' rooms, I'm starting to believe she's the real deal. If Holmes actually had survived, if I could get a chance to apologize to Psyche, I'd be happy beyond words.
どれだけ嬉しいことか。嬉しいことを言ってくれるな。
You know how bad you make this guy feel? Because he thought he couldn't save you 10 years ago, but he did. And now he couldn't save you again. He's about to lose it. Armor barges in and discovers the Excalibur. Fair enough. It took me after saying fair enough to realize the talk we had and my brain putting it together. I just answered before thinking.
早合点するんじゃない。私自身
Okay, could you at least please try to explain to me why you are a ghost?
今の君と私は相当に特殊な状態なようだ。
Oh, you don't understand.
いきなり登場して驚かせてしまったことは謝るよ。ちゃんと一から説明する。
Let me explain from the very beginning. I died a brutal death by I don't know how many stabs, to be honest. I'm pretty certain she was stabbed more than Caesar. Holmes speaks calmly, as if there is nothing out of the ordinary about what's going on.
結論から言ってしまうと、おそらく私はサイカ・シェリン・フォード・ホームズの残留思念だ。噛み砕いて言うなら、幽霊ということになるかな。
Yes?
幽霊？そんなもの 本当に存在するんですか？
それはわからない。探偵の経験は豊富な私も幽霊歴は2時間弱だ。
Has it gone 2 hours already? Holy shit.
質問攻めは勘弁してくれ。
You accepted shit
そ
quick.
れ以外に説明ができないから残留思念という言葉を使わせてもらったというだけだよ。
Fair enough.
人すぎませんか？説明できないから仮説で物事を考える。
I do love that she cannot even call herself ghost and she called herself a memory.
君は探偵小説を愛読しているだろ。ホームズのこんな言葉を知っているかな。ありえないことを全部排除してしまえば、後に残ったものがどんなにありそうもないことであっても真実に他ならない。
I've never read Holmes, but fair
目の
enough.
前の現実をもとに可能性を一つ一つ潰して、
Which is probably also why this
最
game
後に
is
残っ
called
た可能性は事実なんだよ。たとえどんなに
what was it called
非現実な
again?
思える
Process of
可能性であっても
elimination.
ね。
I do love that game, like the title of this game have so much like meaning in it. That line comes from the second Sherlock Holmes story, The Sign of the Four, where Watson is befuddled by a seemingly impenetrable room. Because basically, process of elimination means the last thing that is the thing that is left is basically the truth. But it also means, with a sense of how much death might going on in this game, is that everyone will die after one another until there's only one left. Man, wouldn't that be interesting if a residual with your previous memory exists after you die? There's also the you that could go to the after like Soma, but with ghosts. Oh, that would be so weird. But yeah, I absolutely understand what you mean. Soma was a good game, but it's one of those endings where it's like, ah yeah, you managed to fuck up.
私は同じホームズの名を背負う者として実践している。
だけど幽霊だなんてそんな。
それでも今目の前で起きたことこそが真実なんだよ。真実から目を背けず、まずは受け入れなければ何も話は前に進まない。
Fair. The funny part is that a ghost is trying to figure out, yeah, I am a ghost. It's a bit odd, isn't it?
今の自分の状況を考える限り、自分が残留思念、あるいは霊の類だと仮定しなければ説明できないからな。少しは私の飛躍した推理について納得してもらえたかな。
Summer really is one of those games that makes you think about the stuff long after you finish it. It really does. There's no arguing with her. Whoops. Given this isn't some big hallucination, there is no other explanation besides what Holmes has proposed. Process of elimination.
まずは受け入れるしかないのか。ホームズさんの霊が
The funny part is thinking to himself.
現実を。
She can hear it no matter what.
真面目だな、ワト君は。
Holmes let out a chuckle as I clutched my head in my hands.
まあ、いきなり死んだはずの女が出てきたら驚いて当然だ。ただ一つ言わせてもらうと、
Yeah, you say that. That has happened twice now. In a sense. First time you were still alive. Second time you... Well, we see what's happened now.
そうなんですか。
I'm not gonna lie, I did not expect this. If anything, she seemed more vibrant than when she was alive. Exactly why I can't let go of my lingering doubts. Because I did say before in the beginning that if she actually is the real girl we saved 10 years ago, which we then forgot we saved completely, then I feel like she is too much close to us to either be still alive in this game or she will never be lost. Technically, both. I just realized there's technically both. We did lose her, but at the same time not. Instead of freaking out, incompetent should have said, what the heck, what the heck. Fair enough. I just realized that my own prediction. Well, while we have time, they should just explain their past now. Yeah, please do!
私もついワト君に声をかけてしまったよ。その時わずかに反応があったから、君ならだから、
Whoop,
君
sorry,
が一
I
人に
pressed
な
A.
るのを
I
こ
was
そこ
playing
そ
with
と
the
待
button a
ち
bit.
続けていたというわけさ。
そういえば
That was interesting because yeah, as I said before, when I first played this game and we realized that she was the girl that we thought we didn't save, but we did save, my brain went, okay, you are too dragged in with me now, and I'm the main character. So either you're gonna be stuck with me forever, or at least the whole game, or we're gonna lose you quickly. We lost her quickly, but we got her back. Both happened, and I'm still baffled by that. Isolated in a room alone where we can only hear her at night where people would be sleeping. Yeah, I got both right, which stumped me right now. It isn't simply that Holmes isn't whoa, sorry, it's still automatic. Ordering me to accept reality. Rather, I'm coming to terms with something as complex as death. Despite being the same age, I'm once again made aware of how different we are as individuals.
ないんですか？
悲しいって何がだ？
だって死んじゃったんですよ。もう生き返れないんですよ。それに死んだ原因は投稿した僕らが不甲斐なか
The
ったせいな
ultimate
の。
clairvoyance strikes again. I wouldn't call me clairvoyant. Have I ever predicted much stuff in games? I don't think I have. Like, I've seen some people watching the Smithy compilation where it basically predicts shit that's gonna happen more or less at the specific time. I don't feel I've done that, really. Or have I done that? If so, I've completely forgot about it. Holmes moves delicately towards me. Her stern expression softens as you continue speaking.
まあ、何が起きているかはともかく、今は再会を喜ぼう。私は君の幻覚ではないし、こうして会話もできている。
That part she's saying now is absolutely fair. Well, you did predict a lot of stuff from games you played around when you played Danganronpa 1. It might have been it's just that the game was kind of not predictable, but it worked in a sense that it was just like, okay, this was the most logical conclusion. Holmes speaks in a quiet tone. Her voice truly is the same one I remember hearing not too long ago. Yes, only 2 hours ago. Her expression exudes wisdom and wit, with a tinge of innocence mixed in. The traces of Psyche, the girl I've seen so many times in my dreams, grew more and more pronounced.
本当にホームズさんなんですね。
Yeah, I think I'm just like, okay, yeah, that kinda makes a bit more sense. They're sometimes capable of figuring stuff out, and sometimes are very too good at it. For example, I go 2 steps ahead, and then it's like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to back up, and I have no idea how to. Holmes' words move me, albeit belatedly. I was sure she had died. There were so many things I wanted to tell her. I thought I'd never see her again. And now she's there, smiling before me. That's all I can really ask for. With the great observing skills given by your fiery eye. Yeah, I have a fiery eye. I'm just waiting for someone to actually hide it. Oh, sorry, it was not automatic. I'm gonna have to forget. I am gonna forget to turn on and turn off the automatic. Yes, you all know. I have the automatic on when they speak, but when I speak, I have to turn it off. It doesn't matter if she's a ghost or residual something or other. Holmes has returned. For now, I'll let myself be happy. Happy that I was able to reunite with someone dear to me. And now I'm about to pass out. What do you think? Oh, everything just goes blurry. Oh, okay, why you believe you're bound to me. Okay. That is a good thing to understand, but I don't think it's as interesting. It's still interesting, but as important as understanding, like, how did I save you?
Just
just like in the books, Holmes is as brilliant as ever, even in death.
そう
Fair enough.
します。
You're gonna pass out on the floor if you continue standing here. I flip the switch and plunge the room into complete darkness. Only the glow of our ghostly friend is here. My drowsiness is quickly overtaking me. I can't fight it off any longer. Wait a second, she can go into each room and see if anyone is planning shit. We don't need to be a detective, we just need to ask the ghost to spy on people. My consciousness grows distant, but I can swear I hear a voice from far away.
ここから君の運命はもっと過酷になるだろう。
Yeah, glad that's the last thing I hear before I sleep.
頑張れよ、ワト君。
Yeah, anti-murder glitch, exactly. You tell me it's gonna be cruel. You can basically just tell me how to do shit and we can do it. Here I can hear a voice speaking from somewhere. Oh, I think we're back into the 10 years ago. It's a voice of a man echoing angry in the drab, dusty darkness.
何度この実験を続けるつもりだよ。ずっと正義を信じてあんたについてきたが、もう限界だ。この組織は腐りきってやがれ。何より最大の海はあんただ。
His outrage bounces off the walls, causing them to tremble. I can tell just how truly furious he is. But what about?
ワト君、こっちだよ。
Oh, it is 10 years ago. Someone tugs at my hand from behind and I turn around. The one pulling me appears to be a young girl, but I can't make her face out in the darkness. Nevertheless, her warmth feels familiar. I know this girl.
どうしたの？気づかれる前に早く行こう。
ごめん。聞こえてくる声が気になって。
I'm just waiting for the whole detective organization to be who is actually doing this.
気持ちはわかるけど、逃げること優先だよ。ほら、急いで。
Also doing experiments on kids, what the fuck? The girl pulls my hand and begins running, but I want to listen longer. As we move, I keep my sight directed towards the sound.
俺の目の前で何人死んだかわかるか。この手で何人殺したか知ってるか。
Wow.
毎晩ガキども
I think this kid's about to lose it. It sounds like one of those people is like, he has done this, but he is about to completely lose. He doesn't want more of this.
俺にはもう耐えられねえ。これ以上ガキを追い込めってんなら、あんたが自分でやれよ。あんたは、いや、どいつもこいつもイカれてやが
Oh,
れ。
the detectives.
あんたも、この組織も探偵どもも、全員な。
Okay, so it has something to do with detectives. We enter a dim passageway and the voices become inaudible. An ice cold breeze blows through my legs, causing my body to shiver. It's freezing. My legs won't move. Or is it that my body is refusing to keep going? Oh, here we have our power. I think we can basically feel danger or something. An intense pain shoots through my head, and I fall to my knees. I have no idea what's happening to my body, but oddly enough, I'm certain of one thing. Something horrific awaits us ahead.
ワト君、大丈夫？
The girl calls out to me in the darkness. I really can't see her face at all. The touch of her hand is the only indication that she's standing right in front of me.
大丈夫。きっと私たち家に帰れば。
Whoa. That was glitchy. Why? Oh, why is it? The worst part is with this is basically, oh, maybe that's why the retired detective got murdered. Maybe it was a part of this long ago. Wouldn't be too weird seeing his age and looks. Yeah, fair enough. What is weird with this is a memory. So why does it sound glitchy? Her voice cuts in and out like a radio with a weak signal. Before long, the warmth of her hand is gone.
待って。
Panicking, I dashed further into the passage, as if I were chasing after her. My frenzied footfalls rings out through the impenetrable darkness. The voices I had heard earlier are gone. A feeling of complete and utter isolation washes over me, like I am the only person left on Earth. I can't help but cry out.
行かないで。僕を一人にしないで。
As I continue on, a light appears ahead of me. I run towards it with all my strength. I run and run until ahead of me I see the familiar sight of the entrance hall. Whoa, did I walk in my sleep? Yo, ghost girl, did you see me walk? What happened to the passageway I'd just been running down? Where's the girl who was with me? Why am I in the manor? Did I somehow arrive here at some point? The inside of my head burns with agony. I can't shake the feeling that something terrible is happening.
安心しろ、ワト君。君は正常だ。
What do you mean by expected? Holmes descended the staircase from the second floor. I'm relieved to finally see a friendly face.
ホームズさん、僕は一体。
Ooh.
まあ落ち着け。深呼吸でもして、自分の記憶をゆっくりと辿ってみるといい。
I think she's in my mind right now because she's not ghostly. As instructed, I take a deep breath and try to recall what had happened. That's right. After I bumped into Holmes' spirit in my room, we spoke until I got sleepy.
なんだ、夢の中か。まあ、そうに決まってるよね。
半分正解で、半分不正解だ。
Oh. Ah, half right, half wrong. So, a memory? I yelp as Holmes flicks my forehead. That hurt. What the?
どうして夢の中なのに痛みが。
私の思念は君と深く結びついているようでな。心を読むに始まり。
I don't know. I don't think time travel. Time travel is too complicated for this game. Ghost was complicated enough.
干渉することも可能なんだ。
意識に干渉？
噛み砕いて言えば、触れたり痛みを与えたりすることもできるというわけだよ。お望みとあらば、その分からず屋の頭に。
You've done that once more. Once. Don't do
わかりまし
that.
た、わかりました。すっごくわかりました。夢の中でならお話できるってことですね。
イグザクトリー。賢い頭にはデコピンではなくなでなでをしてあげよう。
She lays a hand on my head as she speaks. Her kind touch reminds me of how lifelike Holmes seems right now. Of course, the situation is objectively unreal. I'm a bit ashamed at how easily I'm willing to believe any of this is true.
さてワト君、重要なのはここからだ。君は今見ているこの光景をどう思う？
I have no idea.
どうって。
This is the entrance hall to the manor, exactly as I've known it. The level of detail is almost too incredible to be a dream. It's hard to not be impressed. I wouldn't want any girl to read my minds and enter my dreams. They would hear just loud music overlapping each other. Fair enough. I have no idea what's up in my head sometimes. Kinda afraid of it myself.
特に何も思いませんけど。何かあるんですか？
やはりまだ見えていないか。
What do you mean by foresight? Holmes takes my hand and walks towards the entrance, pulling me along.
ワト君、私と思念が結びついたということは、君の脳にも強い変化が
I'm
生
just
じたということ
waiting that I'm getting the power of every single goddamn person in this game just because I can see the ghosts and shit. Enter dreams and it's just being Monster Hunter. Yeah, that would
具
be
体的に
something.
言えば、生前の私が扱えた特殊な能力を君も使いこなせるということに他ならない。
特殊な能力？何ですかそれ？さっきから頭痛がするばかりで、体には特に変化も見られませんけど。
Am I like a power sponge or something? Am I gonna be able to have like boosted strength? And then everything like the other special skills. Technically, the other special skills is mostly like a... Like, I don't know, something that I've trained or something that you're just capable of doing.
足元に何かを感じないかい?
I don't know, I think I have shoes on. My feet. Now that you mention it, I do feel something touching my foot. I look down to inspect it. And what I see is... It's gonna be something bad, isn't it? I finally process what's touching me. It's Downtown's arm, stiff like a porcelain doll. Her hand is coated in dark liquid, leaving a crimson-red handprint where she made contact. I have as the metallic stench hit my nose, but since this is a dream, I have nothing in my stomach to vomit out. Whoa, it's not just her. Everyone is just gone. It isn't just Downtown Detective. The other detectives I met lie in heap upon the floor, like figurines toppled from a shelf. Humans, that kind of makes sense. Every detective is described by their attribute, and you just suck their personality or something. Among them is Doubtful, prone and lifeless, Rowdy's hand stretching towards me as the foams from the mouth, her eyes rolled up and unmoving. I think they got poisoned like the other place. I rush to Dolphin and check for pulse, but I feel nothing. There is no voice, no breathing, aside from my own. Not one of them is showing even a sign of life. Downtown's face, which usually wore such a carefree smile, is frozen, contorted in anguish as blood still trickles down it. Man, really getting big vibes from this. Not versus Last Ward. Yeah, fair enough actually. It's unforgivable. Who could have done something so horrendous?
君にも見えたみたいだな。悲劇の結末が。
Holmes walks over to me as I stand rooted in place. Upon seeing her face, I'm finally able to regain some composure.
焦ったりしてバカだな。僕は。ホームズさん、これは夢なんですよね。僕よりずっと言う。
繰り返しになるが、半分正解で、半分不正解だ。これは夢であり、夢じゃない。
Okay, so this is basically the future right now.
どういう意味ですか？はっきりと教えてください、ホームズさん。
Premonition, yep. Technically, we got a premonition before as well, but that was our own power. I think we're borrowing her power now. Oh my god, we had a premonition at the start as well. Yeah, at the start as well we had one, because basically we felt like something was wrong with the laboratory, and people were dead in there, and if we went in, we would die. Same thing when we went inside here. If we didn't move, because the premonition or the warning took place, we would basically be sliced to pieces. So, I don't know, like, she has premonition. We have spider sense, I would say. We can sense danger. The tone of her voice as she answered sent shivers down my spine.
これはこの先で起こりうる未来の悲劇。君は悲劇を予知する能力を手に入れたんだよ。
Okay, so this is less of a detective game now, and more of a how do we avoid this shit? Oh, don't tell me it's gonna be that I can only, like, I can either save everyone or just someone. Like, I can choose shit. Because this is gonna be so convoluted if it's like, oh yeah, you know what? This is like a progress bar. If you do good, everyone lives. If you do bad, some dies. Oh. I wake up on my bed. The morning sun shines through the window, filling the dusky room with light. Oh, I hope not. It's gonna be so bad. Like Return, kinda. Return was completely different. It was either save them or not save them. And even in that sense, it was kinda odd. This is more like, these are just side people, and if I can save them. If not, well, guess not. It feels like I was sleeping, and more like I simply opened my eyes.
夢。
My hands tremble as the tragic scene I had witnessed moments ago flashed through my mind. I was definitely there just now. I saw downtown detective's corpse, my hands soaked in blood. It felt far too real to be a dream. Could that really have been potential future tragedy, like Holmes said?
そうだ。ホームズさん。ホームズさんは。
Holmes and I had been speaking in my dream, but now she's nowhere to be seen. I calm down and my confusion begins to fade. As it does, the absurd events that took place when I entered this room, not to mention in my sleep, felt more and more like an illusion.
そっか。そうだよね。ホームズさんは死んだんだ。
To be fair, we have a night's sleep and now we have rested, so I can understand him thinking that, even if we know what's actually above us and to the side of us, if she doesn't pop up again.
おはよう、ワト君。
Ah, there she is!
夢は見れたかな？
And here comes, you know what, we have been talking about shit happening in the game, let's be silly for a moment. Holmes' body pops out of the ceiling. Okay, I like this game, just of like, they know how to drag people's attention in. Talk about close one. I was on the brink of getting the other detectives all worried about me again.
どうして天井から体を飛び出してきたんですか？
上の階の住人の様子を確認しただけだよ。美食君の寝相がなかなかユニークだったが、聞きたい。
Yes, I would want to.
興味ないです。女性の部屋を覗くだなんて探偵失格ですよ、ホームズさん。
Okay, in that sense fair, but she was the one peeping.
おやおや、青少年のくせにロマンがないな。
Romantic at...
覗きの一つや二つ。
Okay, now you're getting it too far. I just wanted a little silly chit-chat here.
まあ許してくれよ。あんな強烈
She
な
already did commission from life. Yeah, exactly.
サプライズで少しでも気分を紛らわせてやろうと思ったんだ。
Fair enough. Thank you for the
気
diversion.
持ちだけ受け取っておきます。
I suppose Holmes' prank did distract me from the mental panic somewhat. I recall what I saw in my dream with a clear mind. All of the detectives dead upon the floor, the stench of blood, their faces contorted in anguish. And Holmes warning me that the future holds its catastrophe in store.
ホームズさん、夢で話したことは覚えていますか？
もちろん覚えているよ。夢で話した通り、私は君の心を読めるから。
Also, you said you're gonna explain to me why you believe we are connected to each other.
信じたくないんだろ。だが諦めろ。夢の中で語ったことは全て真実だ。
I'm glad she's trying to bonk it in my head that this was actually real.
君は確かに目覚めている。そして予知した未来が例の全滅の結末だ。
So I was right. You predicted your own death.
予知だなんてそんなどういう原理でできるんですか？そもそもなんでいきなり僕にそんな
I still get the feeling I might just get some sort of special power from everyone just because. Like, sure, armor is a bit odd because that's more like muscle. I can understand bookworms being like photographic memory and stuff. But everyone else has like I don't know, more of a like an experience thing, like a power than a power. Wait, what?
当たり前のようにできることに理屈など求めないだろ。君は呼吸をする際にどんなプロセスを経て息を吸い込む。
Okay, fair enough. So it comes naturally to you, so you don't know how to explain it. Makes sense.
いや、それは無理ですけど。
That actually makes sense in a way. Oh, sorry, I needed to yawn a bit there.
私にとってエンドシーイングも同じだ。未来を読むことができるという事実が重要なのであって、原理などどうでもいい。
So I have 2 power now. I have 2 powers.
それでいいんでしょうか。
She has, it was just not awoken. I get a feeling that I've been tricked by her silver tongue. Or is that just my imagination? It was like that, I just feel like I'm gonna be experienced and
and
personal too. Maybe Rowdy and Downtown dies and become like more brash and cheery. Yeah, exactly. Like because like Rowdy, for example, like has superhuman strength. Like it's nothing really like mind stuff and stuff like that. It's more like body thing. Her words give me a start. She's right. Oh, okay, sorry. It's not time to despair, not after the tragedy I've foreseen. Right now I need to figure out what I can do to change that outcome. But how can I even start?
そのエンドシーイングとやらで予知した未来は変えることができるんですか？
無論だよ。私はもともと予知した惨劇を事前に阻止することで評価を上げてきた人間だからな。
Fair. That's probably why you have so many cases than anyone.
君だって積極的に
You still aren't the first. You're the second in charge. You have 1,000. The other one have like around, what was it, maximum 400 and then like under 100.
僕みたいな凡人が動いてなんとかなるものなんでしょうか？
Honestly, I'm not sure. Even outside of her ability, Holmes was an incredible gifted person. But me? Incompetence is literally my name. That is the worst part. We did not choose that. There's no way I have the power to change the future on my own. I can imagine, like, they live on through you, and after they die, and just trying to be more positive and cheering and everyone up. When Downtown dies, are becoming more confrontational, subtly when Rowdy dies. Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of. But at the same time, our personality hasn't really changed, but that would be the only logical thing to happen. Yeah. Could you also give me your thoughts on why you can do that? There are two things she hasn't explained to me. How I saved her, and how she can read my mind. Or why she's only connected to me. We have not seen each other for 10 years. I don't think we have that much of a connection to be able to be haunted by her.
君の起こした波紋によって他の探偵たちも行動を起こし、きっと本来以上の役割を果たして未来を変えることができるさ。
そんなものでしょうか？
そんなものだよ。
Her eloquent words still seem to be leading me on, but I trust her for now. Either way, I wasn't planning to stand idly by. Workaholic dies, you become more focused on trying to figure this whole thing out. Mystic dies, and now you can see ghosts. It's already happened. Ghost twice, yeah, fair enough. I just saw the two there. Yeah, fair enough actually. What's more change? Oh.
行動を変えるってどうやって？
方法はいろいろさ。君を信頼するものなら頼んで変えてもらえばいいし、敵対するものなら力ずくで変えてやるのもいいだろう。
So I'm gonna make them trust me.
それと死ぬはずだった運命の探偵を救うのも効果的だろう
な。まさか、さすがにそんな状況起こりえませんよ。
It already happened in the laboratory.
この洋館は私もあまり訪れたことがなく、謎の仕掛けが多い。犯人がもしその仕掛けに通じていたのなら、確実に利用してくるだろう。以前も言ったが。
Yeah, why does this play have so many traps, to be honest? I'm pretty certain there are spikes on one of the floors. I'm not even joking. Wait, repeating your mistake? These words weighed especially heavy coming from the now deceased Holmes. I need to get myself together. Being reunited with Holmes has made me just a little too lax. I'm kind of hoping that this is gonna be B and not gonna be a Zero Escape, not gonna lie. Like the premonition being excused as the breaking point for different routes. Yeah, fair enough actually. Even she was no match for this adversary. I need to put my game face on if I'm going to tackle this.
ごめんなさい、ホームズさん。 今の言葉ちゃんと肝に銘じておきます。
その意気だよ、ワト君。そして最後に一つ、これだけは守ってくれ。
What is that? Almost her face grows stern and she speaks with a strong voice and clipped tone. Never heard her use before.
私が見えること、私の能力を受け継いだことは絶対に誰にも言うな。
Fair enough, they already think I would be mad.
どうしてですか？簡単には信じてもらえないとは思いますけど。
It would actually be simpler for them to actually, like, trust me, to convince them. But at the same time, I believe I will become a bigger target then. Because now I have inherited the second place, basically.
バレてしまうと確実に消されるからだ。理由はおいおい説明していくから、今はとにかく私、ほら、君にお客さんみたいだぞ。
Just then, someone knocks on the door. To be honest, I think I just missed her escape. The split is cool, and all and games sometimes have that, but the split being explained and it's a part of the story in the game is such a good concept. Yeah, I absolutely agree. I open to see Armor and Dolful. They come to tell me that Mystics made breakfast.
ありがとう、二人とも。ちょっと汗をかいちゃったから、シャワーを浴びてから食事。
Yeah, I had a hell of a nightmare. I'm a bit sweaty now.
了解である。
魔界さんの手料理すごく美味しそうだよ。先に行って食べてるね。
Also, we have two chefs here now. We have the gourmet and Mystic. To be honest, one seems like a father figure, so it wouldn't surprise me for him like being able to like know how to cook for someone and stuff. And gourmet, do I even need to say anything more about that? Also, we're gonna have an ad in about 5 minutes, people. Just warning you all. Once they leave, I take the towel prepared for me in my room and head to the bathroom on the second floor. But right at that moment...
では、シャワー室に向かうとしようか。
No, we are not. You're gonna stay outside. For some reason, Holmes acts like tagging along is a normal thing to do here. Yeah, her name speaks for herself, literally. Remember the thing we talked about sleeping with, like, not sleeping with clothes off? She's literally the other side of this. Is like, yeah, you know what? I don't care. I'm a ghost.
なんでついてくるんですか？シャワーを浴びるから部屋か食堂で待っていてください。
おいおい、君こそ何を言っているんだ？私は君から離れることができない。
Oh,
初めに忘れたじゃないか。
Oh, this is... Oh, this is awkward. And for some reason, she doesn't even react to it. She's like, yeah, I have accepted seeing you in the shower. Okay. Alright. I have not played... I do love the silliness of this game.
まるで散歩紐でくくられたワンコのごとく、君の進む方角へ引きずられていってしまう。
Fun!
まあ、見られて減るものでもないし、別に構わないだろ。
I cannot say anything right now. It's like, do you don't mind doing it? Like, what do you want me to say?
めちゃくちゃ構います。女性に見られながらシャワーを浴びるなんて恥ずかしいですよ。
まったく、君のわがままにも困ったものだね。仕方がない。
She really wants to get some of that ectoplasm from us. The funny part is fine, I will just wait outside. She really wanted to go in there. I am pretty certain she was just messing with us.
繰り返しになるが、幽霊になった以上、覗きの一つや二つしたくなるのは。
She is having way too much fun with this. I know we have a lot of jokes sometimes. It was like when they talk about showering and stuff, it was like for example before with them being here. She is now the one making the joke.
覗く気満々じゃないですか。
I do love that the game is making the joke for us now. After showering, I head down to the dining room. The detectives are gathered around the long table, just as they did last night. I still don't like Renegade. But unlike yesterday, no one needs to stand guard, meaning this time the entire group is clustered together.
魔界さんの作る料理激うまじ
The problem is
ゃん
someone
イギリ
is
ス料理の評
still
価が
the
うちの中で
guy.
バカ上がりなんで
The
すけど
problem we just don't know who.
そんなに抱きつくな、渋谷探偵。私は世界中を放浪する身だからな。今のように保存食を美味しく調理することには長けているのだ。
デレデレと鼻の下を伸ばしてる。みっともないぞ、エロ親父。ロボやつ。少女はウインナーをハミハミ睨みつけた。
Also, I just love Bookworm. I've said it before in every stream, but for those who haven't been here before, I just love her because she narrates herself. I just like that for some reason.
本当に美味しいわ。特にこのキューカンバーサンド。ワインビネガーの風味とキュウリのみずみずしさがキュンキュンくるわね。
I'm kind of curious of what long hair Gourmet has,
後でレシピ
actually.
を教えてちょうだい。
When she stands on the side, it looks like it's very thin, but long. But now when she stands in front, it's
僕も
like,
知りたいです。これならバイト先の先生でも
See?
作れそうですし。
or wide, I don't know what to say. Probably wide.
もちろん構わんさ。そのブリティッシュサンドにまつわるイギリス地方都市のフォークロアも添えて教える。
Folklore associated with the sandwiches. Mystic proceeds to give a gourmet and me the recipe, along with a ghost story I don't really follow. As we eat, the conversation naturally turns to everyone's reports from yesterday.
昨日洋館中を探してみましたけど、出入り口はやはりエントランスホールの扉のみ。脱出できそうな場所は皆無でしたわ。絵画の地下通路のように分かりやすい隠し通路でもあれば話は早かったのですが。
Why is there a secret passageway behind the painting? And if this is the detective's headquarters, how did they not know about this? British dish looks inside beans and toast. Fair enough, yeah. Oh, you did? Oh, that's brilliant.
見取り図ですって？あなたどうしてそんな重要なものをやすやすと。
That is brilliant. I am pretty certain it's gonna say traps everywhere.
今に見てなさいよ、このモジャロンゲ。
Well, it doesn't say much about traps. Everyone looks at the blueprints spread across the table. Even at a glance, you can see the suspicious space behind the painting. If there really is another hidden passage, we should be able to find it in the floor plans. However, no matter how we scrutinize them, we can't see any area where another hidden passage could exist.
やっぱりこの洋館を出るには強行突破しかねえってのかよ。
我が命はいつでも仲間のために投げ打つ覚悟
Oh,
ができている。
apparently he found it in the study.
例の黒いからくりメカに突っ込む
Renegade found it in the study. That's how we got it.
そんなことしちゃダメだよ。みんなで生き残らなきゃ。
飛脚ちゃんの言う通りよ。幸い食料は十分にあるのだし、救助が来るまで待つのが得策だわ。
うちも救助待ちに賛成。通信の異常は同盟の本部も理解してるだろうしさ。しばらくすれば異常に気づいて助けも来てくれるんじゃね？
You could just have Gourmet eat the wall out.
これだけのメンツが揃ってるん
There is a killer robot outside. I think that's the biggest problem.
私も渋谷さんに賛成だ。今朝外を見たら例の黒いメカが洋館の周囲をぐるりぐるりと回っていた。下手に脱出を図るよりも慌てずに洋館内の調査を続ける方がいいと思う。
私も異論はない。
書斎に本がたくさんあるから退屈しませんと。少女はあまりに参考にならない情報を
Gourmet method of solving problem: eat killer robots. Chomp. Fair enough. Wait, who's laughing? Someone's laughing. Just then, I hear someone laugh. We all turn to look, only to see a renegade detective grinning. He's begin to speak, his voice dripping with mockery. Of course he is the one with mockery. I really don't like him.
待つしかない。冷静に調査を進める。お気楽だね。犯人は今頃北総園でいると思うよ。
But fair enough. I think we all kind of forgot about that.
意味ですか？
そもそも今こうして温かい食事を食べていられることに違和感を抱かないのかな。今回の犯人はこちらの動きを完全に読んだ上でこの洋館に僕らを閉じ込めたというのにさ。
Predicted? Not really, because technically we weren't supposed to be here. The killer did not think of us, number 100. And imprison us? Yes, he has imprisoned us because there's a guard robot outside. I wouldn't say predict our every move. That is like, no. Because there should technically be 2 dead people, but there is only 1, thanks to us managed to have like the whole spider sense. What the renegade detective is saying suddenly makes sense. If the culprit wanted to annihilate us, there would be no need to go to such lengths.
扉の鍵を壊しておけば俺たちは今頃みんなあの黒いメカに殺されていたし、食料だって全部処分しておけばいいだけだよね。
Yeah, that is true. They could do anything they want here. But they haven't. They have basically planned to play a game
で
here.
はホームズよろしく。俺たちの前に広がる現実から犯人の企みを推理してみようか。
I actually can agree with this saying. I've tried to figure it out.
住みやすくされているということは、犯人の目的は一体何だということになるのか
な。Killing the detectives. No, if the goal was to kill us, they'd already get... Okay.
この洋館が住みやすくされているということは、犯人の目的は一体何だということになるのかな。
Imprisoning in us.
洋館に閉じ込めること。つまり、ここで時間を費やすことですよね。
素晴らしい回答だよ、無能くん。つまり俺たちが今こうしてもたもたと簡単にふけっている現状が
I don't know who the quartering dude is actually. That is kind of understandable because it is like the last boss kind of thing here.
何もせずに過ごし続ければ、もっと大きな悲劇が待ち受けているに違いないのさ。
The living room falls silent. Sheer atmosphere suddenly turns frosty. The catastrophic scene from my dreams flashes in the back of my mind.
このままじゃいけない。
Yeah, that's the weird thing. Like, yes, he wants to imprison us, but he is killing them later on. So the question is, he wants to kill us, but in a specific way, apparently. Renegade Detective is absolutely right. But he clearly gets a kick out of inciting chaos. We can't rely on him to help us avert the catastrophe.
波の行動じゃ運命は変えられない。運命を変えるには相応の覚悟が必要だ。さあ、ワト君、君の選択を見せてくれ。
はい。
After receiving a proverbial push on the back from Holmes, I make up my mind. I got practically zero confidence in myself, but if I want to save everyone, I'm going to have to take action. What everyone needs right now is hope. Suffice it to say, they want to avoid being trapped here like the enemy wants. If I have to lie, then so be it. I got to propose something that can break this deadlock.
でも策なんて何を？ホームズさんは何も教えてくれないし。
Oh, don't give me a goddamn choice I have to make. Hold on, quick save. Nope, not load quick save. Is this the reason of having a quick save?
待てよ。僕じゃなくて、ホームズさんの言葉なら従ってくれるんじゃ。
I make up a bluff. It's a double-edged sword. And if I'm caught, no one of them will ever trust me again. It's the only way I can think of it.
そうだ。一つ大切なことを思い出しました。
I fight past the stammering and get my words out. Everyone looks just shocked for some reason. All eyes turns to me. My breath catches in my throat. It's over. If they figure out I'm lying, I can't fault them now. My body is moments away from shaking, but I keep it under control and begin to speak.
実はこの洋館にはもう一つ隠し通路があります。だからそれをみんなで発見して一刻も早く洋館から脱出しましょう。
That is definitely a lie and a half, isn't it? Silence. My outburst takes everyone by surprise. They all just sit there staring at me in amazement.
隠し通路ですって？なぜあなたのような新入りがそんなことを知っていますの？序列上位の私でさえ知らないというのにちゃんちゃらおかしいですわ。
ホームズさんが死ぬ前に教えてくれたんです。本当に困った時は探してみろって。
あの女が
Yeah, that is fair enough. If anyone basically knows that, then it's like, ah, she said it. Fair enough. Posh detective falls silent. Holmes' words are the chief's after all. Not to mention, everyone here knows that the chief was fond of me. It's compelling enough. If only just... As I predicted, the effect is immediate.
無能さん、リーダーは他に何と言っていましたか？
ごめんなさい。他には何とも。
用心深い彼女らしいですね。では、二手に分かれて捜査をしませんか？
Well, it works at least. It gets us going.
どうして二手に分かれる必要がありますの？私は一人で結構ですわよ。
Because we're recording
昨夜
Duke here.
作ったこの監視カメラを1階と2階の主要な部屋に設置してほしいから
Ooh,
です。
surveillance cameras. Nice. Oh, welcome back, Kenny. We basically lied to everyone and said there is another secret passage, because that is what Holmes said. Dickie takes out a large handful of small cameras from a cardboard box at his feet, arraying them on the table with Rowdy's help.
昨日作りたいものが
No,
あるとか言って
because we were not supposed to tell them.
まさかこ
They
れ
do not know about our ideal now. The only thing we said is that Holmes said that before she died. Basically, we were lying. We're making people do shit now. And basically, they trust Ideal so much that if someone says something about that, and oh yeah, that's probably true.
ええ、犯人が洋館の中に隠れているかもしれないなら必要だと思ったんです。
So they don't know about her. And she wants us to try and do our best
渋谷さんの
now.
所有していたスマホのカメラを改造したものだから耐久性に不安が残りますけど、僕の所有するタブレットで全ての記録映像を確
So
認
our role
で
is
き
to
ますよ。
push them into the right direction, like she said. Exactly.
これ全部
And the only
渋谷
way
さんの
we
スマホ
thought
なん
of
です
it
か？
was basically to tell everyone there is actually a secret passage, and Holmes was the one that told us.
そうだよ。仕事用とか友達用とかゲーム用とか探偵用とかいろいろと使い分けてさ。
You have a lot
役
of
に立て
phones.
てよかったわ。
I can understand work and friends, but like having work, friends, get gaming, detective. Okay, in this world, detective thing, yes, because they don't really tell us or their name
監視カメ
either,
ラの
so
場所が
fair
わから
enough.
ないというのはストレスだと思うので、皆さんに監視カメラの位置を共有しながら設置していきます。ただ、さすがに12人が連れ立って行動するのは難しいので、1階と2階とで6人ずつに分かれて行動したいんですよ。
Fair enough. That's a good
うち
idea.
は異議なし。
僕も賛成。みんなで行動した方が
さすがは科学殿である。我はもちろん協力するぞ。
八つ崎港の動きを監視することで襲撃されにくくなる。
Yeah.
とてもいい案だと思う
You
よ。
probably still will be able to strike. I don't know who though. So it's not like everyone was dead, probably. It was just a group of them. The rest of the detectives followed downtown and me with their own seals of approval.
これでは私がわがままみたいではありませんの。
The only one that doesn't really just acknowledge stuff is Posh, but she's called Posh. What else could you basically say about
わ
her?
がままなお嬢ちゃん。
もじゃろんげはお黙りなさい。私も協力すればいいのでしょ。協力すれば。
So we're repeating, but again. Yeah, like I like it. I think you said that from like a Reddit thing that this reminds of Zero Escape and such like that. So You don't need to like repeating stuff. Like it is absolutely understandable. I also kind of get those vibes when we like play this, especially when we discuss it and like Danganronpa stuff as well. After much discussion, I find myself in team with these 5 detectives. I basically quickly saw 2 others, but yeah, this is a good group. I feel bad thinking it, but I'm relieved to know we're working with Renegade and Posh. There's likely to be less trouble this way.
ゲドウ君、私たちの管轄は1回だよ。一人で行かないでくれ。
So we're gonna find Robot with a Cockney accent, perhaps. Oh, that would be interesting. I love that part. It seems the other group, or at least Workaholic, is already having trouble. His shouting continues as the second team exits calmly. Yeah, but that's because Renegade. I don't like Renegade. As we climb the stairs to the second floor, Holmes calls out to me in a soft voice.
先ほどの隠し通路を探すように仕向けたくだりはとても鮮やかだったな。まるで本当に私が君にそう語ったようにさえ思えたよ。
Well, that was kinda the thing in a sense.
その嘘にしては上出来でしたね。
Obviously, I wasn't told anything about another hidden passage. It was simply just a lie to give everyone a goal to work together on. At the very least, it'll prevent us from just dawdling about until catastrophe strikes. This is the first step to preventing that tragedy.
私を出しにして他の探偵たちを導くとはよく舌が回るようになってきたじゃないか。
Incompetent, please. Inside void, literally. Yeah, exactly.
きっと昨夜からずっとあなたの冗談を聞き続けているおかげでしょうね。ありがとう。
I do wonder if they all actually hear shit like this.
皮肉まで言えるようになるとはいい傾向だ。この調子でどんどん探偵としてのスキルを高めていこう。
Well, it's good we have a mentor at least for this
だが、こ
shit,
れで
to
も
be
し
honest.
隠し通路を見つけられなかったときは、君は針の無償だぞ。大丈夫か？
Cool. Yeah, that is actually one thing. I hope I can find one because goddamn, that would be bad if I didn't.
はい。覚悟の上です。
If we do nothing, I'll die alongside the rest. Better take a gamble and bank on the remote chance that there really is a secret way out.
僕たち探偵が行動を起こさないと悲劇は覆りませんから。2階の客室も1階と同じ構造なんだね。
へえ、広さまで同じなのかな。例の見取り図をスマホでパシャっておけばよかったね。
That would have been a good idea.
広さも装飾も全く同じです。ただ、1階と比べて若干扉の取り付けが歪んでいますね。だから扉が
Alright, she has photographic memory.
要は立て付けが悪いってことか。これだけ豪華な建物なのに扉だけ雑すぎじゃね？
No idea.
待って、てかなんで見ただけでわかんの？すごくない？
ブーンは一度見たものを絶対に忘れない能力の持ち主なんだ。彼女が言うなら間違いないのだろう。
Also, when you speak about father and stuff, like, is he literally her father?
能力？まさか超能力的なものですか？
いや、完全記憶能力はすごく珍しいけど、そんな超自然的なものじゃないよ。非常に優れた自伝的記憶 HSAM として医学的にも
Yeah, she's just capable of recalling
れっき
shit.
とした能力だからね。
すごいではないか、文学殿。我は感動したのである。
I guess she's not good with praise.
あれ、なんだかすごく嫌そうにしているような。
そう騒がないでやってくれ。とても集中力のいる力なんだ。さて、この部屋の角にも監視カメラを設置できたし、次の部屋へ移動するとしよう。
Surveillance camera, that's wonderful. Next camera, wonderful. Oh man, I just feel like that photographic can just be easily be used against her. Yeah, kinda. You're just capable of forgetting stuff, then sure. If not, yeah, that's gonna be... anything will be stuck with her for the rest of her life. As Bookworm said, they all share the same arrangement. Aside from that, we find nothing of note. The only oddity is that the doors to every room are crooked, in comparison to those on the first floor. A fact Bookworm had also pointed out. I was busy searching for senior detective that I didn't realize yesterday, but they are all hard to open. It's impossible not to notice.
どうして扉が歪んでいるのであろうか。開けにくくて仕方がないのである。
この洋館が立ってる山って火山だって言うしさ。噴火かなんかの揺れで歪んだんじゃないの？
Well, if everything got bent out of shape, then even the first floor doors would also be like that.
この洋館が立っている場所って火山なの？
そうらしいよ。まあ、うちもリーダーから聞いただけなんだけどね。
どうしてわざわざそんな島に本部を？
There is something odd with the doors. Sorry, but like now when they mention the doors, I am stuck with the doors.
マジ危ないし、住もうとする人が少ないからじゃね？
実際この島の構造は侵入者を阻みやすく、隠れ家には最適だと言える。人が住みにくいというのも一長一短あるということ。
Yeah, so that's exactly the problem.
では、その隠れ家へと潜入し、研究棟の職員らを殺した者は相当な手だれということか。油断ならんのである。
Why are only the
もし
doors?
くは
And only on the
そも
upper
そも侵入
floor.
をする必要がなかったかだな。さて、次の部屋は
I am actually kind of curious about that
2
now.
階のリビングですね。
I noticed something strange as we followed the convoluted hallway towards the living room.
あれ、この部屋扉が開けっぱなしだ。
We passed through the door and entered the room. Apart from the lack of fireplace, its layout is identical to the living room on the first floor. It's seemingly empty, so it was glossed over during yesterday's sweep. But upon close inspection, it's obviously bizarre compared to the others.
いやー、なんか家具が少なくてつまんない部屋だね。見てるだけで退屈しそうなんですけど。
Yeah, there is no fireplace, but where's then the chimney?
家具はテーブルと椅子だけ。しかもボルトで床に固定されているのか。奇妙。
Oh yeah, they are bolted. Given the size of this room, it's hard to imagine it be suitable for anything other than meetings. What purpose could it normally serve?
ムノー君、こっちに来て。西側の扉が開けっぱなしになってるよ。
Held open? Oh yeah, that's being held
本当だ。
open.
しかもなぜかこの扉だけ取っ手と壁がロープで結びつけられているね。何の目的があるのかな。
Oh. We are getting into something interesting here now.
されているとか。何か仕掛けがあるのかもしれないね。
I'm growing more and more confused. And on top of that, on top of it all, the room had another stark difference to set it apart from the rest.
文学ちゃん大丈夫？なんなのこの部屋。ちょっと寒すぎなんですけど。
It's cold in here.
そうだね。風が吹き込みやすくなってるのかな。
特に足がやばい。床に穴でも開いてるんじゃないの？
That is odd. Why is it so cold in here as well then? Why is this room so strange? Just right, it feels like there's wind circulating around my feet. This room is drafty and the manor is a high altitude. That would explain why it's especially cold in here. If we investigated in these conditions for too long, it might end up affecting our health.
ひひゃくくん、どうしたの？大丈夫？
Do you still feel danger?
ごめん。なんだかこの部屋に入ってから吐き気が止まら
Then
な
we
くて。
step out of the room. You're a danger magnet. It's not a good idea to be in here then. Dolpho's face is losing its color. He looks even paler than back when we were attacked by the Belaki machine. Is the cold getting to him? Or is he sensing some kind of danger?
魔界さん、確か下に薪ストーブがありましたよね。この部屋まで運んできませんか？
それは明暗だな。この寒さでは調査などままならない。すぐに持ってこよう。
賛成。つうか無理。この寒さでなんで扉開けっぱなしにしてんの？この洋館を管理してる人はバカなの？
よし、我に任せ
The
ろ。
only thing I can think of is why everything is bolted down is that something in here moves. Armor approaches the west-facing door, then brings his head down on a rope connecting the handle to the wall, severing it. His cutting edge is as impressive as always. Just what is his armor made of?
よし、これで扉を閉じられるのである。少しは寒さもマシになるであろう。
Armor makes his triumphant proclamation, then begins to close the door, but not one moment later. Is this a room with spikes? Dolpho springs towards the armor, and armor tilting his head. The door creaks shut. I see it all in slow motion as sparks explode in my mind. And then, right before my eyes, Dolphos is pierced by a bed of slender spikes. He crumples limply to the ground, blood dripping from his mouth like an open faucet. Jesus. Yep, thought as much. Once again, I'm forced to watch as I lose yet another friend. I snap back into focus to see Dolpho standing in front of me, unharmed. Dolpho's safe and sound. What was that? What's going on? What did I just see?
エンドシーイングで悲劇を予知したんだ。早く比嘉君を助けろ、ワト君。
Neat. Yeah, we now know things. Not good. Dazed, I dart across the floor and shove Dolpho. Dolpho and I topple to the ground. And at the very next moment, sharp spikes shoot out of the floor beside us. If I hadn't pushed him, Dolpho would have been impaled, the way I had just witnessed. That was a close call. Too close.
何事なのだ。我が扉を閉じた瞬間、床から針が。
わかんないけどさ、扉を閉じちゃダメだったってことじゃない？さっさと扉を開けて脱出しようよ。
すまない。それがいくら開けようとしても扉が開かないのだ。
Why is this a death room? In a detective's headquarters? Remember when I asked this? Why is there a death trap? In a detective's headquarters? Why?
一本だけじゃないよ。外側からどんどん針が飛び出してきてる。
I like the animations of this. It's like, it's not really like specific or like graphical and stuff, but they do actually like show like what is going on. Dolpho's right, spikes are bursting up in ranks from the western side of the room. And this rail will soon run out of space, and that'll be the end of us. We're able to do something, but what?
さん、どうすればいいんですか？このままじゃ僕たち殲滅しちゃいますよ。
テンパりすぎだ、ワト君。私との会話に気づかれるぞ。
そんなこと言ってる場合ですか？生きるか死ぬかの瀬戸際なのに。
瀬戸際だからこそ落ち着けと言っているんだ。
Also, the music kinda works as well. Holmes draws her face so close to mine that the noses nearly touch, shocking me into silence as she continues speaking.
ここで冷静さを欠けば悲劇は避けられない。魔界探偵をよく見ているといいぞ。
Despite the rest of us panicking, Mystic and Bookworm remain calm and collected.
ブン、先ほどまでと比べて部屋にどのような変化が生じている？
床板に針が飛び出てくるための穴ができていますね。 おそらくこの部屋の肌寒さはこの
Fair, that would actually explain why it's so goddamn cold then.
なるほど。つまりシャンデリアの罠と同様に一度起動すれば終わりではなく何度でも繰り返し起動する。
Yes, but what is there a trap in
な
here?
らば中央の家具に施された仕掛けにも意味が生じてくるな。
Misty takes Bookworm by the hand and starts giving us orders.
ブン、それに他の者たちも中央の机と椅子の上に乗るんだ。
でも中央に行ったらすぐに針が来ちゃいますよ。
私を信じろ。必ず全員助かる。
Well, I guess we're just gonna do it. We all exchange glances before making up our minds. Yeah, so this is basically what I saw in the cutscene, like in the intro animation. And my brain basically went like, why is there spikes here? Per mystic orders, we scrambled to climb the chair, huddling together on the narrow table. Spikes shoot out from the floor at rapid pace, steadily heading our way. This won't work. The table and chairs aren't enough to stop that kind of movement. We're all about to be skewered.
とても見てられない。
Unable to take it, I close my eyes, but then...
恐怖するのはいい。だが目を背けるな。
Mrs. Detective speaks from behind me, and my eyes shoots open.
死を恐れないのは無謀だ。だが死の恐怖から目を背けるのは何よりも無理だ。
Fair enough. I guess the bolted chairs and table is to make sure the chairs doesn't actually get into the holes of the spikes. Yeah, probably.
無能探偵。
The layout must be
真の探
perfect.
偵を志すのならば死の恐怖と向き合った上でなお前に踏み出せ。探偵とは常に死の恐怖を超えていかねばならないものだ。
Makes sense, I guess.
超える。
真実とは
I'm still questioning though why the hell they have the
死の恐
traps
怖を超えて
here.
こそ見極められる。さあしっかりと見ているんだ。
The spikes are in front of our noses, and this point leaping out with so much force that I can feel them part my hair. My body is instinctively lurching towards the exit on the eastern end of the room. Visions of yesterday's victims flash spontaneously in my mind. People die, everyone does. No matter how heroic they are, or how storied and accomplished. I've never been made to confront this obvious truth before. I did go so far to say that no one living a normal life truly understands it. How can they? That is ideal. That is Holmes.
やっばもう針がこっちまで来るじゃん。
Yeah, that's how she died.
遺言書いとこうかな。
縁起でもないことを言うのはよせ、渋谷殿。安心しろ。もしこの机が針に耐えられずとも我がみんなの盾となる。
大丈夫だよ。脅威の気配は感じられない。だから大丈夫。
Fair enough.
きっと大丈夫。
If Doleful doesn't sense any danger, it's probably not dangerous. Around me, everyone's voices their concerns. We could all but be impaled in a matter of moments. Even after all the carnage these detectives have seen, it's only natural for them to be afraid. And yet, no one tries to flee. They all have the courage they need to overcome their fears. I want to be brave like the others, but I have to find this courage on my own. I dig my nails in and will my legs to stop shaking. Then turn towards Mystic and speaks in a clear voice.
若井さん、さっきはおじけついてごめんなさい。もう目をつぶったりしません。僕は最後まで恐怖と向き合います。
いい目になったな。ホームズのやつが気に入るのもよくわかる。だが本当に恐ろしいのはここからだ。最後まで決して目をそらすなよ。
Okay, what does he expect to happen? Manners only likes really sharp objects, don't they? Yeah, they really do.
はい。
Like, if they know we might actually be safe, then what is so horrifying by the end of it? The cold, lifeless spike stands right before us. The next place to strike will be right through the table, skewering us all along with it. Oh, so it comes from outside to the inside. But at that moment, the inexplicable occurs. Unexplainable. That.
え、マジ？どうなってんのこれ？なんかの魔法？
まさか魔界殿は誠に魔術の使い手であったのか。魔界殿、ハリオクの秘術をぜひ我に教えてくれ。
Man, when you don't talk and stand there. Yeah, fair enough. Also, speaking of, do I still move myself? Because it feels like sometimes it actually like don't do anything. I'm trying to move, but it's like I'm very stuck right now, and I don't know how to move.
常識で考えてください。と。少女は頭の悪い探偵た
Just
ちに
bookworm. Yeah, that's the problem with being like a VTuber as well. I have to move a lot, and like there is nothing to move with right now. As the banter, the spikes continue to pierce up in every spot except the table and chairs. Yeah, it just continues and continues. In a few minutes, the entire room is crowded with spikes, and the only exception being where we currently sit. These chairs and the tables are the only safe zone. The corners, almost... I should, as we recall how we almost ran to the corners of the room. If we hadn't followed Mystic's lead, we would have just be a pile of skewered corpses right now. It's a miracle that we made it out. The only question I have is, how did he know where to go?
無能探偵、どうして安全地帯を見抜けたのか。
That might explain the crooked door in the other room. There may be spike in the other ones, and the spikes rising up with a force to make the door go upward a bit and make it crooked. Perhaps that would mean every single room is spiked, but every single room is not cold.
それはその。
So I don't think that might be it. Would it surprise me if they have some sort of deadly trap like every single goddamn other room in this house? Not game, but house. But still, I don't think that.
冷静になれば簡単なヒントだったよ。家具がないことが最大のヒントだったんだ。
Yeah, the lack of furniture and also the lack of movable furniture.
家具がないことが。それはどうして？
一度罠が起動すれば針で埋め尽くされる部屋に家具を置いていたらどうなると思う？
The furniture would be flung everywhere.
全部壊れると思う。あの罠の針は相当勢いが強かったから。
True. The obvious answer is the right one. Yes. I think.
そうか。だから家具が全然なかったのか。
But also, did they only have these chairs and table here because they needed it to look like a room? Or for a reason? Because there's still no spikes by the table and chairs, and if this is a death trap room, why have it so people can survive it?
そう。逆に言えば部屋に残されたテーブルと椅子には
The problem is that this
罠が起動しても
trap
壊れない理由があるは
feels
ず
in
な
a
んだよ。
sense... Oh, hold on, someone has messaged me something. I'm just gonna check. Hold on. My father just checked.
そしてこのテーブ
Also,
ル
there
と
is
椅子は
about
ボ
to
ルトで固定されていた。
almost
つまり
end the
重要
stream
なのは
because it is 8
この
o'clock.
位置にテーブルと椅子があることだったんだ。
But yeah, the problem with this room is basically like
このテーブ
there
ル
is
と椅子がある
furniture,
場
so
所から
people
は
wouldn't expect
危険
too
な針が
much.
飛び出し
But
て
the
くることは
furniture
ない
is odd. And if there was no furniture, there would be a death trap room, but it would be odd, well, odder because there is no
見事だ
furniture.
飛脚探偵。彼の言う通り、冷静になれば決して難しい問題じゃないだろう。だが多くの者は死の恐怖に惑わされ、部屋の隅へと逃げてしまう。そうなれば逃げることもできずに、ゆっくりと串刺し刑の執行を待つしかない。
何それやば。この洋館を設計したやつ絶対に性格悪いじゃん。
Yes, and this is your goddamn headquarter.
魔界殿が素早く見抜いてくれて助かったのである。心
This is still your
気に
headquarter.
するな。
Why?
同志の命を救うのは当然だろう。だが、これだけは覚えておいてくれ。人間の恐怖心はいつだって
I'm still confused about that. Is it like we just have they just inherited this place somehow? And it's like, ooh, nice place.
だからこそ今では超自然的なオカルトじみた事件にも立ち向かえるよう知識を磨いている。一見打開できない状況にも必ず巧妙は指す。探偵にと
She just agrees, I guess. In time, the spikes recede into their cavities beneath the floor, and the room returns to how it was before. It looks as though nothing has happened at all. No one would believe me if I told them there were spikes ready to burst out from the wooden
み
floor.
んな本当にすまなかったのである。
Armor leaps to the floor and prostrates himself before us.
もうこのバカ野郎い。マジで軽率な行動は控えてよね。
まあまあ。
武装君は僕たちの身を案じて扉を閉じてくれたわけだし、その辺にしておこうよ。
That is fair. We did actually ask for it.
あんたら男衆が甘いからこのバカはつけ上がるんだよ。ちゃんと面倒見てよね。
シュン。
The three of us stand in a row before the peeved of downtown. Head bowed in apology.
バカばっ
I guess the chair is to pull the victims in and make it seem like there's something worth investigating here. If there were nothing here besides the rope holding the door, the people would be skeptical. Yeah, but that's the problem. It is a room with some furniture, but very little furniture, and it's stuck to the floor. And not only that, it is basically a safe spot. And if it was nothing, there would be no safe spot, but no one would want to go in here because there's nothing to check.
そう言うな。あれだけの死の脅威を肌身に感じた後でも、いつものように会話ができることは素晴らしい才能だ。ホームズも大変な置き土産を残してくれたものだよ。まったく。
We used our D-pads to notify the other detectives about the trap on the second floor living room. Also, per downtown suggestion, we rigged the door so it will stay open on its own.
床を掘ってどうするの？
この穴に木のブロックを埋め込んでつっかえ棒にすんの。こうすればドアが引っかかって閉じないっしょ。
I would just break the door. She shoved a chunk of wood armor had shaved into a cube into a hole. Part of the block just juts out of it, preventing the door from shutting. It's pretty sturdy, so long as it stays put, even a strong shove wouldn't close the door. It should help keeping things safe.
なるほど。ロープで固定するよりも簡単で、ほどけることもなくて安全だね。
いい感じっしょ。うちの実家チビたちが多くてさ、ぶつかって怪我しないようこうやってドアを開きっぱなしにしてたの。
Fair enough. Fair enough. I guess you'd question the bolted down part of the furniture. Kind of misunderstood. Oh yeah, that is basically why I say like this room is like a half and half. It is like, oh yeah, it is a room with some furniture. But at the same time, the death trap is like, it cannot be better than this, if we say so. You never know what life experience may come in handy. We ensure the door won't close and set off the trap, then leave the room behind. I think this is a good time to save, because, yeah, I'm not gonna, like, do longer streams for right now. Because I'm, like, right now I'm just doing the normal streams. There we go.